What's happening? Salute to everybody out there. What's cracking? We are in the building live and direct. You hear me? Live and direct. Okay? Both. You don't know, and now you know. Live and direct here. We are about to get into it. We're about to get into this Brown University thing. And after that, we'll get into some more stuff from around the country. But we about to get into this Brown University thing, man. Brown University. I called him a shooter. I should have called him a killer. I should have called him a killer. He's a killer, not just a shooter. He's a killer. Yeah, Bongino leaving. Bongino is leaving. He just announced it on his Twitter. Bongino is out. I think, you know what? I think, personally, I don't know what the reason he's leaving for, but man, he makes a lot of money on Rumble. Yo, have you seen his Rumble? Everybody's a member. And it's like hundreds of thousands of people that watch his show. He must be missing the Rumble checks, man. Yo, he makes so much money. Yo, he gotta make $100,000. I ain't gonna be hyperbolic. He gotta make $50,000 an episode over on Rumble. He gotta make $50,000 an episode on Rumble. Yeah, he is members only, right? Let's say it's 80,000 people in the chat, and they're all members. They all paid whatever, and then they're constantly super chatting. Like his super chat is insane, right? He got like a super chat where it's like every third comment is a super chat, and and you can't even read the comment section. Like you can't read it. You like you can read the first two words of a comment, then it's gone. It's gone. Then it's gone. Then it's gone. And every third one is a super chat, and he getting paid off the memberships. Bongino, he be killing it on Rumble. Oh yeah, he's on 99.5. I don't know. Nah, I don't think it's no conspiracy. He maybe I think you know what probably happened. Trump probably asked him to come on for a year to get everything straight, and now to teach somebody else. Maybe he was training somebody. Maybe Bongino. Maybe Trump. He did like maybe how Jeanine Pirro is the attorney general for District of Columbia now. She quit her show. She quit her show to become the attorney general. She's not going to stay there forever. Jeanine Pirro is not going to be doing that job forever. She's going to leave soon. She's just doing it to help out, until so they can show the next person the ropes. I think that he just doing that. He just did that as a favor. You know what I'm saying? A favor for Trump. Because, a lot of people, got shows, man. Everybody got a show nowadays, man. Everybody got a show. So, Pete Hegseth was a host on Fox News. He left that to be the director of of the Army. So it's like a lot of people was on TV or doing their own show, and Trump asked them to come be part of his cabinet. And those people, they probably was like, all right, I'll come for a year or two, and then I got to go back. I got to get this paper, and plus this gonna help them talk. Like it's a win-win. Like now, Dan Bongino, he got credibility. Think about when he go back to his podcast on Rumble. You can't tell him shit. You can't tell Dan Bongino a motherfucking thing now. Press one. When he go back to his podcast, you can't tell him shit. How you gonna get on there and be like, you don't know that? He gonna be like, motherfucker, I was the director of the FBI 2 days ago. You asshole. So I mean, it's a win-win for both parties. Trump gets his people that he wanted, the people that he wanted for the job, and they get to get the job, and then that makes them more credible when they go back to being animals. Yeah, Dan Bongino. I didn't know he was so big until because I was off Rumble for a while. Then I was on Rumble one day and I was looking. I clicked on his feed. I said, "God damn, that's a lot of people in the chat. Holy moly!" I said, "Darling, I live with you for the rest of my life." Yeah, man. We are in the building, man. We are in the building. Yes, we are. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? How art thou? How art thou? Like this, you like this hoodie, man. Salute to Gouch Malo. Gouch Malo is in the building. It's a book. Yeah, Dan's definitely gonna write a book. Candace had 120. Candace had 200K in the chat. When she first started, the first day she talked about that Charlie Kirk shit, like the first day, she had 200K in the chat. And it was just going up and up and up. 200K ain't nothing for Candace, man. Candace is on YouTube too. She had 200K on YouTube. I don't know I don't know if she's on Rumble. I didn't see her. I haven't had a chance to see her show on Rumble, but Candace is making big bank, man. She need it because the Macron's about to sue her, man. She about to get sued. She about to get the pantsuit off of her by the Macrons, man. Salute to everybody watching on X, man. If you want X, man, you can come over to YouTube if you want to, man. I put the link, man, for this channel on YouTube, man. You can come over and watch, or I can put the chat on. I can turn the chat on for y'all. Y'all can see what's going on over here. Yeah, but no. Candace about to get the pantsuit off of her. She need that bread. They about to sue her into oblivion. At least try to. At least they're gonna try to. They're going to try to. They're going to try to sue her into the Stone Age, saying that lady is a man. He said that lady is a man. Candace wild as shit. Candace a wild girl, man. She a wild girl, man. She a wild one, man. Said that lady is a boy. That lady, you are a man, young lady. She called that woman a man. Say, darling, I'll live with you for the rest of my life. No hugging, no kissing till you make me your wife. Yeah, we're going to get into this Brown thing, man. We just warming it up. Salute to everybody out there. Bring back the Redskins, man. Yeah, bring back the Redskins, man. Trump, man. Trump already working on it, man. He tried to, man. He tried. Trump trying, man. Trump trying, man. Trump trying, man. Trump is trying. He trying to bring back. He trying to bring it back. Yeah, Bongino's out, man. Bongino is out, man. He's out at this is yeah, man. Yeah, wow. Wow. It's a lot going on, man. There's so much going on, man. So much going on, man. God, oh, there's a lot going on, man. Um, let me put this up on the screen for y'all, man. Um, Gino's out, man. Yeah, damn, Gino, he gone, man. Everybody hit the like button, man. Sponsor tonight's program, man. Sponsor the show via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. Um, yeah. Said Bongino wanted to catch the pipe bomb. Oh, okay, that's all he wanted. That could be true, but maybe that's what Bongino wanted. He accomplished his job, man. But yeah, that's I don't think it's no. I don't think it's this big conspiracy that he leaving it. Nothing like that. You know, he just did his job and he out, man. Mangino, a whole melungeon. Press one, man. That is a whole melungeon, man. He said, I will be leaving my position with the FBI in January. I want to thank President Trump, AG Bondi, and Director Patel for the opportunity to serve with purpose. Most importantly, I want to thank you, my fellow Americans, for the privilege to serve you. God bless America and all those who defend her. Yeah, man. How many how many followers he got on this motherfucker? Let me see how many followers he got on this joint, man. 940,000 followers. Yeah, man. Dan is a rock star, man. He going back to make his money, man. He said, damn, Dad said, I want that pipe. Yeah, Rhode Island is crazy, man. We don't get into that, man. Everybody hit the like button, man. Smash that like button for me, man. But no delay, man. Do not delay. As soon as you come in here, smash that like button, man. If you want X, man, follow me, man. If you want X, follow me on X, man. If you want X, follow me on X. Don't play around, man. Now's not the time to playing, man. We serious over here, man. We in the building, man. Bright and early, man. Bright and early, 10 o'clock. I haven't started this early in a long time, man. It's been a while, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's been a while since I started this early, man. Darling, I live with you for the rest of my life. She said, no hug, no kissy. You make me your wife. Yeah, man. Let me go ahead and get started on this Rhode Island crap, man. That shit show, man. Jeez. R.I.P. to this young lady, vice president of the Republican the student union over there. R.I.P. to her, man. It says, still can't wrap my head around Brown University hiring a professor who went to the funeral of Hezbollah terrorist Hassan Nasrallah and admitted to admiring the guy. Look at this. She just looked evil, man. She looked like a spy. You could tell she a spy. Like she just sending back information. She a whole spy. You know, America, we so damn. I ain't gonna say we dumb. The Democrats are doing this shit on purpose. The Democrats ain't dumb. They're doing this shit on purpose. We so goddamn divided. We divided, man. How you let this evil looking lady in there, man? Shout out to my man, a big Abigail Owens. Abigail, the lovely Abigail Owens. Yeah, salute, man. Yeah, man, we are in the building, man. I hope y'all heard my new song, man. Who has heard my new song, man? I haven't dropped no music in a long time, but I dropped a song this year, man. I dropped a song this year, man. A few days ago. I made a new song a few days ago, man. Have any of you guys heard it? Have any of you guys heard it? People like it, man. I've been getting rave reviews, man. You know, I know a lot of musicians, man, and I know a lot of artists, man. They like it, man. But also, people listening to it um on a Spotify and whatnot, and all that. I said, darling, I live with you for the rest of my life. And no huggy, no kissy until you make me your wife. I've been listening to that song the last few days. Georgia Satellite, man. That joint rocks, man. Um, yeah. Had to drop a single, man. Had to drop a single. I got a whole album, man. I dropped a few years ago, man. You said I got the video funny, yeah, man. Salute, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, that's yeah. A lot of people don't get the song, man. The song is basically the guys talking to Santa, man. Santa asked him, did his wife deserve a gift? And he was like, Santa was like, asking him, does his wife deserve a gift next year? And he was like, thinking to himself, like, damn, my wife is an asshole. You know what I'm saying? First one, most women are assholes. My wife is an asshole. I mean, she's an emotional wreck and she's abusive. But, you know, I'll lie and say that she was nice. So he lied and said that he told Santa, yeah, she's nice, put her on a nice list. And then Santa was like, okay, but by you telling me that lie, you're Santa didn't tell him, but you lied to Santa. So now you're on the naughty list. So when Santa came on Christmas Day, he brought her a bunch of gifts, but he didn't bring the guy any because he lied. So he's on the naughty list. A lot of people don't get that, man. It's a very simple concept, the video and the song are a very simple concept. The guy lied to Santa, telling Santa that his wife deserved to be, deserved to be on a nice list and deserved to get gifts. But by lying, that puts him on the naughty list. So he doesn't get any gifts. But his wife got a bunch of gifts. It's very simple, man. It's not like rocket science, but nobody gets it. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. It's crazy. Nobody gets that. Nobody gets that because the lyrics are very simple, man. They're very, very straightforward. Very, very straightforward. It's not even a riddle. It's not a riddle or anything, man. It's very straightforward lyrics I put in there, man. You know what I mean? Very straightforward lyrics, man. Very straightforward. Yeah, man. Salute to Abigail Owens, man. He said, "A la snack bar." Damn. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what else going on. President police chief reveals that 5 days after the Brown University mass shooting, with a killer on the loose, and they have not interviewed the student eyewitnesses for a description of the shooter. That's crazy. That can't be true. That can't be true.
That's all part of the interviews, and that's all part of the interviews, and actually we're cooperating with Brown to get the roster. That was a study hall, so we don't have the number. We're still getting information as far as who was there. I know Brown sent out an email to the students to notify us if they were present, and we're still getting that. So I can't give you an exact account now.
Yeah. Police chief Scarface, man. Yo, man, he snapped in that press conference the other day. Are you talking to me? Hey, you talking to me? Yeah, that's really embarrassing, man. Yeah, that cop is the chief, man. He from Colombia though, man. Enough wrestling, man, for Colombia, man. Get her straight, man. I ain't no fucking Mexican, okay? All right? No, ain't no fucking Mexican over here, man. Colombia, man. Medellin. Medellin, motherfucker. Okay? Got it right? Rhode Island Congressman Sheldon Whitehouse says the public opinion is stupid and to just shut up about the Brown University shooter. Also, could the public please give their opinion on the new silk individual? Then shut up. Holy shit.
Until we know who did it and why. We will find out. Give it some time. There is simply no need from an investigative point of view for people who have no idea what they're talking about to offer their stupid and ill-informed views about what happened all over the internet. So I would please, just from a law enforcement perspective, ask anyone who sees this to just shut up until we know who did it and why. We will find out. Give it some time. There's simply
Did he just tell the
no
public?
need.
Did he just tell the public to just shut up? He told us. All right, cool. Y'all, listen. Y'all having a lot of trouble solving this case. You should be open to all possibilities, man. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I really revile conspiracy theorists, man. But in this case, y'all need to go take any lead, man. Any possibility, man. This is crazy. He telling people to shut up. Now, this is a second guy. This isn't the same guy. This is another guy. So maybe this guy is they don't know which one is the shooters. They don't know who the shooter is, man. They have no clue. He said they showed a pic of the name of the white guy, not this guy. Well, this guy's not white, so it's a guy that they're protecting. Though it's a guy that people are saying. Let me see. We're gonna get to that. It says, "Holy shit!" A week before Ella Cook, the vice president of Brown's College Republicans, was brutally murdered at TPUSA chapter leader at Olivet Nazarene University was forced to take classes from home after he received death threats over political beliefs. Oh, wow. The message said that someone was going to come to campus while he was sleeping and slit his throat if he didn't stop posting about your God and Savior, Charlie Kirk. It's open season on conservatives thanks to Democrat leaders' rhetoric. Damn. Damn. Democrats are pussies though. They ain't tough. The only Democrats that's about that life for real are the black ones. The rest of them are pussies and crash outs.
What was your brother like?
He was the most kind-hearted, funny. He was the smartest person I've ever met. He always helped someone before he helped himself, without any hesitation. He never, lost sight of who he was as a person. And,
Take the challenge, man. Support the channel. We try to get 30 people to take the pledge, man. pledge to sponsor tonight's show, man. Pledge to sponsor tonight's show, man. Pledge. And also check out my new song, man. Check out my new song. Yeah, man. RIP to those people that passed away during this stuff, man. That's sad though, man. Always gotta remember the victims, man. Always gotta remember the victims. Salute, man. Shout out to everybody watching on X, man. Salute to everybody watching on X. Let's see. Brown University did not simply mishandle an incident, it engineered silence so complete that not a single student dared to break it. A conservative student leader was assassinated on Brown's campus. The attacker shouted Allahu Akbar, and yet there's nothing, not one video, not one shelter-in-place clip, not one classroom recording, not one hallway. Well, there was a shelter-in-place clip. Not one hallway account, not one student willing to say, this is what I saw. That level of silence does not happen organically. It is manufactured. It is trained. It is enforced through fear of social, academic, and professional punishment. I mean, there is some credence to this, because here's the thing. After that guy, that Afghan refugee killed that National Guardsman woman in DC, Trump flipped his lid. He lost his mind. Trump crashed out on Somalians. He crashed out on Afghans. He cut a bunch of shit off. So yeah, these people may be like not wanting to, say that the guy said Allahu Akbar or have witnesses come out and tell what he looked like, because they may try to solve it without that. Get him in custody and then hope it goes away. Because, yeah, that guy literally, Trump, they don't know how Trump's going to act. Trump crashed out after Irina Zaruska. He crashed out after that. He crashed out after the National Guard woman got killed. They probably think the Democrats or the liberals there at the campus don't want to be the reason Trump crashes out on another group. Another one of their woke friend groups. Brown does not need explicit threats. It has spent years teaching students which truths are permitted, which facts are dangerous, and which narratives will get you ostracized or quietly destroyed. Students understand the rules, so they comply perfectly. A place where students are afraid to document reality is no longer school. A place where truth is subordinate to ideology has forfeited its legitimacy. Shut it down. Pull accreditations, freeze funding, remove leadership now. Damn. Dear Brown University, her life back. Actually it doesn't. Not to them, man. Woke people, they look, she's a conservative. Her life doesn't matter to anybody. You see the way they covered it. They're not even like covering it. It's like it's a sad thing. Like some college chick got assassinated in her classroom in front of her and the guy's not even caught. We talking about that's a big time story, man. The mainstream media don't want to cover that because she's a conservative, man. It said, did FBI Boston delete the video they posted showing the Brown University shooter walking right by police. Holy shit. Person of interest. FBI offering a reward of $50,000. That seemed kind of light, man. That seemed kind of light for me, man. 50 G's. It said the Brown University shooter walked right past the police. A nigga would have started running, press one. The nigga would have got caught because as soon as the nigga would have seen the police, he would have ran. You can tell that ain't no brother. That shooter ain't no brother because the brother would have ran. That shooter just kept on walking like shit, probably heart beating probably 1,000 beats a minute, but he kept it cool, kept on walking. The Trump just dropped checks all on the way. Hot news. Oh, stimmy. We getting the stimmies? When we getting the stimmies, man? We getting the stimmies? I need a stimulus check, man. We all need a stimulus check. I ain't gonna touch mine. My shit going straight to my wife, man. It's Christmas time, man. Kids getting it. Kids gonna get that. Let's see. Said checks. Checks is on the way. A huge announcement. President Trump announces over 1.5 million military service members will receive warrior dividend for Christmas from the terrorists. In honor of our nation's founding, we are sending every soldier $1,700. The checks are already on the way. Hey, so it's only military. So hey, cool, man. That's fine. I'm not trying to join the military. So y'all enjoy that, man. Y'all enjoy that. Y'all enjoy y'all check military. I'm cool, man. I'm a civilian, man. I'm a civilian, man. I'm a civilian. Shout out to my man Douglas Chunks. How do you like my new song, Douglas? It's in the if you didn't know that, if you didn't already listen to it, Doug's a musician. You know, Doug's a very, very talented musician. I wanted to ask you how you thought of it. It's in the pinned comment. It's on this channel. It's the last video before this on the channel. It's the last video I dropped on this channel, but it's also in the pinned comment in the chat. So yeah, man, if you haven't checked it out, tell me what you think, Doug. This is shout out to Doug. Doug, big time contributor to the channel, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. If you get a membership from Doug, man, give Doug a shout out, man. Give Doug a thanks, man, for giving you a membership, man. Yeah, we're at war every day. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. You ain't never lying. You ain't never lying. You ain't never lying, man. Shout out to Douglas. Douglas Chunks in the building. We are in the building. We are in the building. We are in the building. Yay. Salute to everybody out there, man. Salute to everybody out there. If you out there, man, salute to you. If you rocking with the channel, salute to you. Salute to you. So it says, a reporter asked the Clueless Brown University president about web pages being taken down after the shooting. Markedly, the one of Mustafa Karbouche. First I've heard of it. All of X knows, so she's either incompetent or retarded. Lying.
I believe some web pages for students or faculty have been taken down. Is that a response to any external threats to anyone in the community?
We have been working very closely with law enforcement to provide them with all of the internal to Brown information that they need to do this investigation. It's their investigation, they're the professionals. So we're providing information. We're not in the job of reviewing it for them. I know nothing about web pages being taken down as part of this. It's the first I've heard of it.
In the back. Yep.
You walk into a shooting, I believe some web pages for students or faculty have been taken down. Is that a response to any external threats to anyone in the community?
We have been working very closely with law enforcement to provide them with all of the internal to Brown information that they need to do this investigation. It's their investigation, they're the professionals. So we're providing information. We're not in the job of reviewing it for them. I know nothing about web pages being taken down as part of this. It's the first I've heard of it.
Holy crap, a Providence, Rhode Island radio host just accused Brown University of taking down security cameras in an effort to shield illegal aliens. If this is true, this is a monumental scandal. This must be thoroughly investigated now. Wow. Yeah, Rhode Island got a lot of, it's very diverse, man. It's very strong. They got a lot of strength up there, man.
The camera in that building that Brown put up because the sanctuary city law that we have, you don't want to record illegal immigrants and you don't want to provide the footage to the FBI or immigration authority. One camera in that building, it come out from your detectives, they are friends of mine, they're angry at this investigation that these people in Brown University put the camera off, they can identify that person. You imagine how the family want to go through? Tell the truth to the media.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that deep voice, considering what what he talking about. It'd be funny if they was like, sir, we need you to come to the back. Ice cold, man. I used to be like, yeah, hey, sir, we need to check your papers, man. You know, thanks, you know, great comment and everything, but we need to check your papers, man. You got your papers on you. I would do that, man. I'd be an asshole ICE agent. I'd be like, shit, fuck that, nigga. Like, as soon as I heard his voice, I'd be like, hey, hold, pipe down, buddy. Come back here. Let me check your papers, man. Oh, man. Yeah, man. I ain't playing with you. Stop playing with me. Yeah, you can check out yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Sir, would you happen to have your papers on you? Great question, but would you happen to have your papers on you? It's just asking, you know. Just want to be. You can never be too safe. You could never be too safe. Don't take it personally. You could never be too safe. You know what I'm saying? You could never. You just hey man, it was. And listen, man. I mean, don't get mad, man. It was worth the shot, man. You just try to make sure, man. You know, you never want to. You never can be too careful, man. You can never be too careful. You can never be too careful. Let's be honest, man. Don't take it personal, bro. But you can never be too careful. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. It's nothing personal, man. It's nothing personal. I just need to see your papers, bro.
The camera in that building that Brown put off because the sanctuary city law that we have. You don't want to record illegal immigrants, and you don't want to provide the footage to the FBI or immigration authority. One camera in that building, it come out from your detectives. They're a friend of mine. They're angry at this investigation that these people in Brown University put the camera off. They can identify that person. You imagine how the family want to go through? Tell the truth to the media here.
We heard from both the Brown police chief and the provost at Brown, who have shared that they have been fully cooperative and been forthcoming with all data and evidence that they have. City.
Well, y'all better heard me fire the dude. The longer it take to fire the dude, the more you're gonna lose your job, buddy. Mayor Hot Pants, Mayor Sweet Cheeks is about to lose his job, man. Everybody hit that like button. Smash that like button. Mayor Sweet Cheeks is about to lose his job. This is taking too long, man. People starting to get agitated. People feeling uncomfortable. Where the fuck is this guy at, man? Is he gonna strike again? Y'all saying there's no further threat to the public. So if it's no further threat to the public, then he went in there, he killed that girl on purpose. It wasn't random. If there's no further threat to the public, how is the guy not in custody and there's no further threat to the public? But it wasn't a targeted attack. This shit is diabolical, man. I'm not involved in the conspiracy theories. I just think it is what it is, man. It ain't even got to be a conspiracy. It just is what it is. Like, yo. But the FBI is up there, so allegedly the FBI is up there, so it shouldn't. Alert! According to several news and social media reports, the Brown shooter is radical pro-Palestinian activist Mustafa Karbouch, a radical Islamic terrorist. He did not work alone. Brown University has tried to cover up the Palestinian connection. The guy was fat though. I ain't gonna lie. The guy in the video they showed us, he was a little chunky. He had a beer gut, and he was 5'8". They said this guy. I guess they saying this guy isn't that. So I don't know how tall this guy is, but Mustafa Karbouch, a pro-Palestinian LGBT. Oh God, he pro-Palestinian and he's a fruit. Fruits for Palestine. He part of Fruits for Palestine, man. Cucumbers for homies for Palestine. Oh shit, man. Yeah, you can watch on the website too. Anybody want to watch on the website, man? The website, I'll put the link to the website on here too, man. If you want to watch on the website, the comment section over there is 100% unfiltered, man. You can say anything, and you can say anything. Yeah, man. This guy, listen, anything's possible. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. At this point, because they don't have no fucking leads. They don't have any leads. Not having no leads kind of makes it hard for people to trust you, man, or not feed into the conspiracy theories. Having no leads, yeah, that's not it ain't giving you that warm and fuzzy feeling, man. Having no leads, man. Yeah, man. If you want to watch on the website, man, the website is live and direct in effect, man. You can watch over there. Salute to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody watching everywhere, wherever you're watching. Shout out to everybody watching wherever you're watching. Darling, I'll live with you for the rest of my life. Yeah, this guy. So they saying this guy. They scrubbed his webs. They scrubbed his online stuff. You could not have found a more incompetent group of corrupt morons who are leading the investigation into the shooting at Brown University. Brown's head of campus security was fired from his last job for not having the proper credentials. Brown's president may have removed security cameras from the campus at the behest of Palestinian activists. Providence's city council chief of staff is a genderless bisexual who was arrested for protesting at Trump Tower. Colombian-born Providence police chief has a nephew who ran one of the largest fentanyl rings on the East Coast. God, Jesus Christ. Holy moly. And CNN ain't covering this a bit. CNN ain't covering none of this shit.
And that is typical for that academic space.
So that right there is the mysterious campus safety chief, Rodney Chapman. Funny, we haven't really heard from him. Where's he been? Well, we just discovered the Brown University police chief isn't really a big fan of policing. He once said this: communities don't want policing done to them. How this guy came to Brown is a crazy story. He was the head of campus security at the University of Utah. And right after he was hired there, he was immediately suspended because he didn't have the proper credentials. Utah then told him, we're going to fire you or you're going to have to resign. What's it going to be? So Rodney resigned and Brown said, we'll take you. And right before this shooting, Brown's police union issued a vote of no confidence in Chief Rodney. The chief's own men accused Rodney of endangering officers and creating a toxic workplace culture. Rodney should know the campus better than anyone, but all week he's been hiding under his desk. He's obviously completely unqualified. Brown's the most liberal Ivy League school, and they take DEI more seriously than safety. The school's been under intense pressure from the Palestinian students. The president, who was a no-show at today's presser, has been heckled for years by Muslim underclassmen. She always bends the knee, but they heckle her anyway. Over the summer, radical left human rights groups demanded Brown disable their security cameras so Palestinian activists could raise hell under the radar. Did they cave? We asked. No response. It's not just Brown. The whole city is a DEI mess. You know who else was at the press conference? The Providence City Council Chief of Staff is a genderless bisexual who was arrested for protesting at Trump Tower this year. Meanwhile, the police chief could be compromised. Turns out the chief's nephew was sentenced to 22 years in federal prison for running one of the largest fentanyl rings in Rhode Island. And Mayor Smiley promoted him to chief knowing his family was trafficking. Why would Smiley do that? Well, because Smiley and the chief speak the same language.
Damn, Jesse Waters. Damn. His nephew looked like he a goddamn son Brito. Ain't that a bitch?
And that.
His nephew is a son Brito, man. God damn it. How we get into this, man? Is it people aren't responsible for their families? Yeah. Breaking news, ex-investigator 0 Hour 1 pointed out irregularities last night with Brown University student Mustafa Carbush. Since then, Carbush's X account has been suspended, and Brown University has removed his profile from its site. All suspicion points to Carbush. What if we find out there's no footage other than private ring cameras because Brown University and Providence PD disabled all local and campus CCTV cameras to hamper ICE enforcement? Radical leftist president, mayor, director, public safety, and police chief. She's a woman. She's a moron. She's an idiot woman. He's a fucking flaming fruit cup. The mayor is. This dude, a black dude, got fired from his last job. And then we got fucking police chief Scarface and shit. Tony Montana. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Jeez. That dude got a husband and shit. Hit the like button. Sponsor the channel. Hit the like button. Take the pledge, man. Sponsor tonight's show, man. Hit the like button, man. We in the building, man. We are in the building, man. Shout out to my man, Boy Kachina, man. Boy Kachina, man. Salute the Deluxe 247 as well, man. AKA Hal Ripken, AKA the real MVP. Coming through once again. Boy Kachina says, all y'all all at the Akbar. Yeah, welcome to the Akbar, man. Buy a drink, man. Yeah, buy a drink at the Akbar, man. All these, all y'all at the Akbar, man. Buy a drink. All you at the Akbar. All you at the Akbar, man. Buy a drink. Want to know how extremist Brown University is? Their professor of Palestinian studies, Besharabi Dumani, was president of Birzeit University in Palestine from 2021 to 2023. Birzeit is heavily financed by leftist NGOs and is the de facto home of the Hamas Student Solidarity Network. Students from there have been arrested for participating in terrorist plots. The evidence is so overwhelming that House Republicans successfully convinced Harvard to cut research ties to Birzeit University briefly. Let's put it this way. If I were in Vegas and forced to bet on whether Professor Dumani had ever been part of any extremist plots, I wouldn't bet no. We need to stop accepting Ivy Leagues as meaningful measures of merit. Brown University is mastering a series of celebratory articles on its website relating to Mustafa Karbouch, a former born Palestinian student in the Middle East Studies Department. They're saying dude's gait matches Mustafa, man. .7% match. Man, they got everything. They got something that can judge your gait. Golly, man. That's crazy work. Shout out to my man Chili Most, man. Chili Most says deport all Akbars now. All you Akbars. We deporting all you Akbars, man. Breaking, a furious journalist demands it on camera. Okay, yeah, we just saw that. That's hilarious, man. They're bringing in Chief Wiggum, man. I think Chief Wiggum might do a better job than them, though. Shit. Chief Wiggum, man. I got my money on Chief Wiggum, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I believe in Chief Wiggum, man. And he checked the box, man. He yellow, man. He a person of color. Chief Wiggum is a person of color, man. So he checks that box, man. He gonna get all the support he need, man. Step aside, Police Chief Tony Montana. We got Chief Wiggum in the building, man. Chief Wiggum. Chief Wiggum. Salute. I said, darling, I'll live with you for the rest of my life. Salute to everybody that's out there, man. Chief Wiggum is on the case, man. Since Brown University has spent the past 24 hours scrubbing its websites of some of the pro-Palestinian extremism that festers on campus, I recommend people go to Brown University Palestine Solidarity Caucus Instagram page to see for themselves the extremists on campus. I think everybody pretty much knows that. I mean, there's nothing I wouldn't believe that I saw on there, man. I've been, like I said the other day, man, I've been to a lot of these campuses, man. And these kids, listen, the other day we saw the stat 99% of the faculty at Brown identifies as Democrats. 99%. Okay? 99% identify as Democrats of the staff, of the faculty. That's insane. Like, even blacks, even us, we only vote for Democrats 90%. We vote for Democrats 90%. Like, we don't vote like that. 99? Shit. That's fucking nuts, yo. We talking about 99. $99. You heard that? 99. We talking about 99. 99. There's a huge cover-up happening at Brown University. It's been 3 days, over 800 cameras on campus actively scrubbing down web pages. The active shooter alert never went off. In every press conference, they refused to admit that the shooter shouted Allahu Akbar before he started killing. I'm almost certain that the shooter is a Muslim or Palestine supporter, and the authorities are covering it up with the BS excuse that this is an ongoing investigation. Wow.
The walk, do you believe that Brown had the precautions and safety measures in place before the shooting that were appropriate and necessary?
I do. And in fact, I'm glad you mentioned the sirens because I think there's been some misinformation about that. We have two security systems that we can activate in a time of an emergency. One is a system that sends out text messages, phone calls, emails, and it was activated within minutes of the incident. Those messages went out to 20,000 individuals. So all alerts. We also have a system of sirens. There are 3 sirens placed across campus. Those get activated when there is a broad scale emergency and we want people to rush into buildings. In the case of an active shooter, activating that system could have caused people to rush into Barris and Hawley. So that's not a system that we would ever use in the case of an active shooter. So
just to follow up, this is, it does say on the website when it was launched that it is for an active shooter.
it depends on the circumstances and where the active shooter would be, but you don't want to ever get people rushing into buildings that might be the site of an active shooting.
That's it.
That's my understanding.
Go ahead, sir.
So wait for it. When they catch the Brown University shooter, this video will be part of their undoing. The police department in Brown did not let people know what was shouted before the shooting. They protect the shooter in the name of woke. Yeah, I mean, you can't.
Now, there's a report the shooter yelled something right before his shot came in. Can you tell us what that was?
Yeah, it's part of the investigation, Johnny Muktia.
Now, the only reason I asked that, though, is, for instance, like with the Unabomber, his brother recognized the writing. So it's possible a friend or family member might recognize if the person said something that was significant.
Correct.
That's why you don't, other than the 9mm, is there anything else inside that auditorium that you can tell us?
No, that's correct. And listen, like I said earlier, investigations will bring us to evidence that we need to collect in order to be able to prosecute. With that being said, we're going to continue to collect evidence, and if it leads us to something to that.
Yeah, but it's been 5 days, man. Somebody in there, that's a traumatic thing too. Like, that's a very traumatic thing. People are gonna know what that guy said. If he came in and said, "Thank God it's Friday," motherfuckers would have known. You know what I mean? If he came in and yelled 6-7, like, and then started shooting, people gonna remember, yo, dude rolled in, he yelled 6-7 and just started shooting. Like, you're gonna remember that. So have they not talked to anybody who was in that room? Because CNN had one of the guys on who was the guy teaching the class. He was a student teacher, I mean a TA, teacher's assistant. He was doing the class, black guy. And he was all on CNN. And he didn't even say what the guy yelled. That's true. Damn, I just realized that. The TA who was on CNN didn't say what the guy yelled. That's crazy. That's bananas, man. Everybody, if you're over here, if you watching on Kick, man, you can go over to the website, man. Go over to the website. If you're watching on Kick, go over to the website. Link right there, OckNationNews.com, and you can chat over there, OckNationNews.com, or you can come to YouTube. You can come to YouTube too, man. Either one, man. You can come to YouTube too. Don't hesitate to come to YouTube. Don't hesitate to come to YouTube. Shout out to my boy Kashin. He says double white Russian. Thanks, man. Yeah, all you at the Akbar Drive buy a drink, man. When you come up here, tell what kind of drink you want, man. All you at the Akbar buy a drink. Say what you drinking along with your comment, man. Shout out to boy Kachina. You on a double Russian. Damn, boy Kachina trying to get fucked up, man. I don't drink anymore, but if I did have a drink, I would probably take a Long Island iced tea. It's something slight. Or I would take I would do something slight. I'd probably have like a beer or something. I ain't gonna do too much, man. I don't drink anymore. I gave up drinking like 6 years ago. But I would have something slight if I had to drink. Maybe some eggnog. That's how lame I am now, man. Some fucking eggnog, man. I have some eggnog, man. Salute to everybody watching on watch. If you were watching, we covering this. If you watching on X, you watching on Kick. If you watching on the website, if you watching on YouTube, if you watching on Rumble, wherever you watching, man, we frying these motherfucking Providence, Brown, where the fuck they are. We cooking their ass, man. We cooking these motherfuckers, man. Shout out to Boy Kachini. He said also a Big Lebowski. Damn, I don't know what that is. I gotta look that one up. I gotta look up a Big Lebowski. I don't know what that is. I'm a brother, man. We don't know none of that shit. Okay. We don't know what the fuck a Big Lebowski is. Oh, that's a movie. Okay. The Big Lebowski is that's what a White Russian is. Okay. A creamy cocktail of vodka, coffee liqueur, like Kahlua, and cream or milk, often served on the rocks, which the dude refers to as a Caucasian. Its simplicity, creamy taste, and connection to the laid-back character Jeff the Dude Lebowski made it a cult classic. Okay. All right. Yeah, that sounds good, man. Yeah. So you ain't trying to get fucked up. Okay. This one says, Caroline Wren reports that students said the Brown University shooter shouted Allahu Akbar when firing into the lecture hall, and that Reddit had to shut down the Brown board because pro-Gaza students were celebrating Ella Cook's murder. Wow. These people are sick.
The police did a press conference yesterday, and they would not confirm what the shooter yelled out before he started shooting. So you had a room of 60 students, 11 which have been shot, 2 are now dead. But that means that there are, at least they said somewhere around 60, 40 students who are in there who could confirm what this man shot. At least 5 students that I've seen have confirmed on the record in media interviews saying that he yelled Allahu Akbar. Well, I think that that's pretty relative information. I think that would matter as there's a massive search for the shooter. Did he yell Allahu Akbar? Because then we should be looking for a free Palestine terrorist. And Reddit yesterday, by the way, had to shut down the Brown University board because free Palestine students were celebrating Ella Cook's death. The police did a press conference yesterday.
Damn. That's crazy. Brown University seems to be completely removing Free Palestine activist Mustafa Karbouch off its website in real time. Very strange. Brown University doesn't want internet sleuths trying to find the suspect. The internet suspect looks closer to the surveillance video than the suspect detained by Providence police. Yeah, that's a big guy. I mean, that's not a big guy, but he has some weight on him, yeah. It could be this guy. Could be you. There are 8, let's see what this guy says, man. It's a weird looking motherfucker, I ain't gonna lie. Dude, you weird, man. You look like, I don't know what the fuck you look like. This motherfucker looks like, God damn, man. What the fuck do you look like, man? I can't even call it, man. You look like something. Like Megan Rapinoe, man. Is this Megan Rapinoe? Couch Below says, great coverage on this cover-up. Yeah, man. Salute to you, man. Salute to everybody, man. Thank you for that, man. We gonna get into some of the bullshit later. Don't get me wrong. We gonna get some of the bullshit later, but you know, we started early tonight, so we can get into this. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, man, salute to you. If you're watching on Rumble, salute to you. Ock Nation News, wherever you're watching, it's Ock Nation News. The website, ocknationnews.com. Rumble, Ock Nation News. Kick, Ock Nation News. YouTube, Ock Nation News. Also, X. On X, we are also Ock Nation News. So wherever you watching, man, Ock Nation News, AK Nation News.
Okay, so I'm sitting here after dinner just thinking, I'm not an investigative reporter. I am not a crime expert, okay? I am an obnoxious blonde with a Wi-Fi connection, but even I can tell something is fishy and not adding up about the Brown University shooting. Tomorrow, it will have been 96 hours since the shooting, and this is the only picture we have on a campus with over 800 cameras. Every press conference they hold is an utter calamity. Let's start with Christina Paxson, okay? She is the president of Brown. She makes over $3.1 million a year, okay? $3.1 million a year. She looks like a deer in the headlights. She has no answers, and apparently the cameras don't work on campus. Then you have Brett Smiley, who's the mayor of Providence, Rhode Island. He doesn't even look like he should be allowed near children, okay? When you go to his Instagram, all he has to offer is the same picture, okay? The Mars rover could find a better picture of the suspect. Okay, I have seen more high-res images of Sasquatch, of Bigfoot, than this person who was shooting on Brown University's campus. So either they are lying, or they're incompetent, and both of those are disqualifying. I don't need to see Christina Paxson anymore if she has no answers. I don't need to see Brett Smiley, the mayor, anymore, okay? He can go back to his pride parades and huffing poppers and doing whatever it is the hell he does. Clearly, he can't keep people safe in his own town. If I go to a friend's house and they have a Ring camera, they have me in high definition. The house I'm sitting in is surrounded by cameras. I can see night vision. You're telling me, okay, all this money, kids are paying $70,000 a year. You don't have one image of the shooter in the hallways at the
$70,000 a year to get indoctrinated with a bunch of woke bullshit that'll probably get you fucking mugged or carjacked, get you fucking have you out here just wandering around not knowing what's going on, oblivious to human nature and how people really are. Have you filled with hate and rancor. You pay $70,000 a year. That's $300,000 to graduate. And listen, the parents who go there, the parents who send their kids there are well off, so it's no big deal, but Jesus Christ.
School, that is BS, it's bogus, and it's a slap in the face to the families of the victims and the victims themselves. One of the victims we know about so far is a young woman named Ella. She is beautiful and gorgeous. She is no longer with us. She was the vice president of the Republican Club on campus, and I can't help but think about her family getting that call, right? The shock, the grief. It's probably not even grief at this point because they're still in shock. Maybe they're just numb. Right before the holidays, getting a call like that you're paying all this money and the school can't keep your kids safe. And now it's about 4 days in and you still have no answers. It really does make me sick. You guys, it makes me sick. I've had several parents message me and DM me saying they're pulling their kids from Brown. They're just saying, come home, you're done. Don't worry about finals. You're not even going back because clearly the money isn't getting you a safe campus. I've also heard from other parents who say, we're kind of rethinking sending our kids to Ivy Leagues in general. You pay all this money and they don't have a working camera. Something isn't adding up. Last thing I'll say is this, and I don't mean offense to anyone. It's why I have captions on my videos. There's someone very close to me who is deaf, but the sign language interpreter who is up there at these press conferences, it's like they're in an off-Broadway production of Rent or something. They're really doing all these facial expressions. It really almost feels offensive. The whole thing seems like a clown show. All right, I love you guys. Thanks for liking and following. Drop a comment. Tell me what you think about the Brown situation. I want to hear your theories. I want to hear what you know. I want justice for the victims, but this is not going well. This is not good.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sister. Jeez.
I wanted to make a video about my classmate Ella Cook, who died at our schools, Brown University's school shooting. Heard a lot of discourse being like, oh, because she was Republican and like vice president of the Republican Club, like she deserved to die. First of all, why are you even saying that shit? No one deserves to die, no matter the political party. Number two, I was in a crime reform class with her. The class we shared was a crime reform class. And when we had discussions, yes, she was Republican, but she supported a lot of the Democratic reform policies. Crime reform, gun reform. Well, don't just assume you know her when you don't. And no matter what, no one deserves to die. Shut up. I wanted to make a video about my classmate Ella Cook, who died at
So they really are celebrating her death on the Brown campus. That's crazy. I haven't seen a vigil for her. That is true. Usually they have a vigil for these kids. Press 1 when you're when this type of stuff happens, they'll have like a big vigil. The whole fucking campus will be out there. Yeah, I haven't seen a vigil for this girl. That's true. Now they're gonna say, well, we sent everybody home. Okay, so they're probably gonna say that. Who is this? Mr. White House? This dude's name is Mr. White House. He should run for president, man. Run for president, man. Hi, vote for me and send me home. Send me to the place where I belong. Vote for Mr. White House. This dude's name is literally Mr. White House. So was the boy Kachini. He said MSNBC may have yelled, onward, Christian soldier. Put words in his mouth. That's crazy. I wouldn't put it past it, man. You can never put nothing past liberals, man. Liberals are diabolical psychopaths, man. Let's keep it a buck, man. Psychopaths, man. What are you talking about? Psychopaths. I said, darling, I'll live with you for the rest of my life. I wouldn't put nothing past a liberal.
I just want to take my time this morning to address the events that took place in Providence, Rhode Island at Brown University and some of the aftermath of that. And I just want to make clear that, first of all, this was a crime.
Oh,
this was
wow.
a murder. 2 murders. So
this is a crime, man. Okay. Now we cooking with gas. I did not know that this was a crime. So he cleared that up, guys. If you were wondering, this is a crime. So you don't have to wonder anymore. You don't have to wonder anymore, man. That's been cleared up. Now maybe we could actually catch the guy, but first we had to find out whether this was a crime or not. So we're cool there. We get
so far. And it's an ongoing active investigation.
Oh, wow. So you mean somebody shot up Brown University and got away, and you don't know where he is, and this is an ongoing, you're going to continue to investigate it? Wow. Okay. Interesting, man. We thought you guys were just going to, be like, fuck it, man. Lucky bastard got away. All right, on to the next case. But you guys are going to continue to ongoingly investigate it? That's awesome, man. Salute to y'all, man. You guys are going above and beyond, man.
We don't know who did it. We don't know what motivated them.
Well, I mean, if he yelled Allahu Akbar, man, I mean, at least points you in the right direction. At least you could, I mean, I don't know, man. Hey, who knows, man?
And speculation particularly out on the internet, by people who have no idea what they're talking about.
Well, that makes two of us. That makes two of us, bro.
Who have no clue about what is happening.
Sound like you projecting there, buddy. They're projecting, man. Come on, man. Stop that projection. Stop projecting.
Is not helpful to the investigation. This wasn't just a crime, it was also a tragedy.
Okay.
Two families who were looking forward to their college student son and daughter coming home for the holidays are now having to prepare funerals. They probably had already bought presents for their children. This has to come as perhaps the most savage blow that a parent can face. And for the parents of the students who are still in the hospital and may well be in the hospital for some time through the holidays, all of their holiday plans have changed as well. They're not going to be around the tree with their kids. They're going to be in a hotel, visiting a hospital room in a state far from home. So give those families a bit of grace too. Ill-informed and unnecessary speculation about what went on does those families no good at all. Particularly not as they're trying to get through this immediate grief with the holidays ahead of them and all of their family expectations for those holidays now dashed into grief. So whether it's to protect the law enforcement investigation from a lot of unnecessary and ill-informed noise cluttering up the ability of the many agencies working on this to do their jobs, or whether it's out of simple courtesy and sympathy to the families that are going through this awful moment, just please shut up with the speculation. Sympathy and concern, reaching out helpfully is always welcome. But all the rest of this stuff, all the conspiracy theories, all the creepy, weird plot ideas, please, just knock it off.
Wow. Well, we on the internet now, man, so it don't look like that speech worked, man.
You're hearing a lot of questions about the lack of cameras. You mentioned you've heard some of the criticism. What is your response to parents as well who said they pay a lot of money for their kids to go to Brown? They're questioning the cameras, why the sirens didn't go off. Do you believe that Brown had the precautions and safety measures in place before the shooting that were appropriate and necessary?
I do. And in fact, I'm glad you mentioned the sirens because I think there's been some misinformation about that. We have two security systems that we can activate in a time of an emergency. One is a system that sends out text messages, phone calls, emails, and it was activated within minutes of the incident. Those messages went out to 20,000 individuals, so all alerts. We also have a system of sirens. There are 3 sirens placed across campus. Those get activated when there is a broad scale emergency and we want people to rush into buildings. In the case of an active shooter, activating that system could have caused people to rush into Barris and Hawley. So that's not a system that we would ever use in the case of an active shooter. So,
Just to follow up,
Yeah.
it does say on the website when it was launched that it is for an active shooter.
it depends on the circumstances and where the active shooter would be, but you don't want to ever get people rushing into buildings that might be the site of an active shooting.
That's it.
That's my understanding.
Go ahead, sir.
But I've seen the different reports. I'm not going to say his name at this time, but I've seen the different reports out there and seen the photos that they scrubbed off the Brown University faculty area of their site, and the man's face is a dead ringer in the body for the few images and videos that they've now reluctantly released. They're not releasing the HD from inside the school. And it's a Muslim. He's got a very, very wide face. It's pudgy. I mean, it's shape of the shoulders, the body. I mean, if it's not him, then the shooter had a body just like it. But why would they scrub that off of there the first day while they locked down all the students for 12 hours? When they knew they could just go to the surveillance security room and pull up where he came in, where he went, all of it. And we know the shooter did just come in, go through the building, straight up to that particular class, and boom, got the head of the Republicans. Charlie Kirk 2.0. So that's where we are. And the whole school, the police system, they're all acting extremely guilty, as everyone's already pointed out. They weren't asking people to help find the person. They're not going to be able to sweep this under the rug. You can go look it up for yourself. I'll be covered tomorrow on my show today at 11 a.m. We're digging into it right now, but it's bad, real bad. And these colleges, not just here, but in Europe, Australia, are literally intifada Muslim Brotherhood nests. And they've called for the global jihad. Thousands of imams. They're making their big move. And all the people that are obsessed with Israel, I'm a big critic of Netanyahu and thinks Israel does it. But when these attacks happen, they're like, oh, it's really Israel doing it. Oh, that's who's doing it. Yeah, right. Yeah. Israel's behind, shoot the National Guard. All this crap. No. Islam's a real threat. It's a real issue. And people need to learn to hold multiple issues in their mind at one time. You know, if I'm out in the African savannah, I need to worry about cobras. I need to worry about lions. I need to worry about hyenas. Crocodiles, hippopotamuses are really vicious. And so, you worry about Communist China. You worry about Israel. You worry about the Ukraine war. You can worry about Islam. There's lots of things going on in the world. We could get hit by an asteroid. If I cover an asteroid coming by the Earth, people literally say, Andrew, why aren't you talking about the Jews? Well, it's because I'm not mentally ill. I'm trying to get people to be wide spectrum. It's not a diversion. If I cover, say, the U.S. government staged in the Gulf of Tonkin at 64 to get us fully to the Vietnam War, I also cover the U.S.'s liberty a few years later, trying to get us into war with Egypt and then Russia. And that was staged by Israel.
All right. Alex Jones, man. Off the deep end, man. Let's see what else is going on, man. Let's see what else is going on in the country, man. Let me go to X, man. Shout out to Amazing Disgrace. The government is getting too bold in their lives. I don't know if this is the government. And this is just Brown University in Providence, man. This ain't the government, man. This is a local government that's headed the case. Now that the FBI is on the case, I want to see what they come up with. I'll give them a couple days. They should be able to. This is light work for the FBI. It should be.
Providence police releasing this enhanced photo. It is of a second person they say was in proximity to the person of interest. There is sure to be a lot of questions about this second person at today's briefing. We'll see if, as opposed in the past, we actually get any answers. Fox News correspondent CB
So this was before the press conference.
Joining us now is James Gagliano, retired FBI supervisory special agent, along with Stuart Kaplan, former FBI special agent. Now, a lot of attention today was given to this second person caught on video.
The second person that you want to talk to, can you drill down at all on any interactions that you believe you may have had with the main person of interest? Do you believe he talked to him? How close was he to him? Any interactions? What can you tell us?
We feel that we need to speak with them to find out what because videos don't speak. If you think about it, I wish the video could speak, and then I'll have the answers that we need to, so that we can continue on this investigation. Again, I wish the videos could speak. We're trying to get those answers.
Okay. We wish the videos could speak. James, strange answer, but what are they looking for here?
Yeah, Laura, I share your confidence that they will find this guy. It's only been 4 days. It took 5 days to get Luigi Mangione, about 3 days to catch Tyler Robinson out in Utah. And you remember the Koberger murders out the Idaho kids? That took 6 weeks. I also share your feeling of it defies credulity how we can be so poor at messaging these days. I don't understand why we're not still treating this as a potential terror attack. If that happened, then the FBI would be in charge. You'd have one lead. The Providence Police Department, Laura, has only 500 sworn members. 500. It's a tiny campus, Brown. It's a quarter of a square mile by a quarter square mile. It's a postage stamp. But there are 800 security cameras on that campus. I can't understand why we don't have better video of this, and I don't understand, to your point, why we're holding press conferences not to put out any actionable information.
Stuart, they also apparently still don't know, which again is mind-boggling, but you're the expert. They don't know how long exactly the shooter was in the building. Is that odd?
Well, let me say
at this stage of the game?
Well, Laura, let me tell you what's odd. What is odd is when you have a police chief that is flanked by politicians from day one, when you go back to the first press conference and you see the political leaders basically hijacking a press conference where parents who are all over the United States concerned about their loved ones and their children and just the safety of the general public, and you basically have the mayor and the president of the university basically can't answer a logical, rational, reasonable, common sense question. That to me signals this is a circus-like environment. Also, I have to tell you, Laura, when you make mistakes early on, that has a cascading impact on the progression as to what.
Great point. Things usually end the way they begin. That's a rule of life, the law of the jungle. Things usually end the way they begin. You know, like a baby. A baby is born, can't talk, don't got no teeth, shitting on himself. That baby lives to be 100 years old. He ain't gonna be able to talk. He ain't gonna have no teeth, and he gonna be shitting on himself. Things usually begin in the way they begin. Okay? Things usually end the way they begin, man. All right? So, yeah, by starting off kind of, that's not a hard, fast law. It's just, knowledge. It's just game, really. Because you can turn things around. You can, be a late bloomer. Shit like that happens. But generally, things end the way they begin, and they fucked this up from the beginning, and they were being shady from the beginning. So, yeah, that has corrupted the entire investigation.
Why we may be here almost day 5 now. I love Jimmy Gagliano, and I agree with him. Investigations take as much time as they take to properly apprehend and do what we do best, and there should be no haste. But the reality is we may have been in a better position had we not given the all clear and the stand down on Sunday, where the students were basically released to go back home for the holidays. That in and of
Them shoulders. Yeah, those shoulders are identifiable. And those short arms, little short arms. This dude don't have no black in him, man. He's a motherfucking he's not like he's not a San Brito or some shit like that. Or a fucking, black Arab. This dude is like, yeah, I think black's off the hook. He don't have his arms are too short. Sun man arms come down to his fucking knees, man.
Itself is reprehensible and raises to the level of complete incompetency. Now, again, you have the political leaders that are basically driving the narrative. And you look at the police chief, he's shell-shocked. He doesn't want to be in front of that podium, but he doesn't. But he's there because the mayor is pushing him in front of that podium. And that, to me, is disgraceful and unforgivable. It does a disservice and erodes the confidence that we should all have in our local, state, and federal partners in the law enforcement community.
Yeah, Brian Yanis just interviewed the police chief who confirmed that the Brown University PD car that was referenced in that Q&A late today did not have any dash cam. This is the police car that the suspect walked nearby, and there was no camera in there, which I guess for a campus, maybe that's not unusual. But I want to go back to what Stuart just said, because I do believe, and I wondered the same thing, whether this got political really fast with this mayor who came out and seemed to, I don't want to say he enjoyed the moment. I don't think that's fair. But again, it's not political. This is an investigation. This shouldn't be political. It shouldn't have political implications. But it kind of becomes political when political figures seem to be directing the others to speak. But James, are we being unfair here?
No, I don't think so. And Laura, I'll put my second hat on. I'm a recovering politician. I served 2 terms as the mayor of a small upstate New York village. I understand the need for politicians to gravitate toward the cameras. The problem is it doesn't help. And when you hold press conferences and you have the mayor speak, the provost speak, you have the president of the university speak, then you have a city councilwoman speak, then you bring up the attorney general, it's not advancing the ball. 2 things are going to make this case, Laura: forensics and crowdsourcing, doing exactly what you're doing right now with those still images from the videos. Crowdsourcing and forensics are going to solve this case.
Stuart, people were, looking at the police kicking around the snow there. But that's what they have to do. Time did pass.
What were they kicking that for?
So they're having to look through the snow to find.
Jesus Christ, man. What are your thoughts, man?
Oh, I haven't really even kept up on it so much. I'm sort of catching up here. But it's peculiar in that it's a glider mass shooter and they haven't found him in within the day or two. You think
it's a glider?
He kind of looks like it to me, but it could be a. I thought, didn't they have a picture of him when he this is the Brown shooter, right?
Yeah, there's no picture of him.
Oh, okay. Maybe I saw something that was not.
There's a picture of him, but it's not like a picture of it. It's like grainy footage of him walking down the street.
I thought I saw something that it said that they had identified him as a sniper, but maybe that was somebody else, like somebody who was in the army.
No, this dude walked in with a 9mm and shot.
Okay.
No, you talking about maybe a different.
Probably so. But looks a little pudgy.
Yeah.
Definitely ain't got no bop.
Nah, it ain't no sun, man.
That ain't no sun,
I
man.
guess.
Probably not a Melungeon
Shreds
either.
of any information. That's not unusual.
Well, no, it's not unusual. And look, Laura, they're desperate. They need the public's help. But let me go back to a point with respect to whether it's a pistol or a long gun. And James would understand this. Generally, the magazines that would be left behind would be easily connectable to whether or not it was a pistol or a long gun. The nonsense we don't know or we don't want to tell, that in and of itself is ridiculous. And again, it erodes the confidence that we should have in this police department.
They knew the caliber of weapon within an hour of the shooting, did they not, James? They know it right away. It's not a mystery what kind of gun it was, or at least the caliber of the bullet.
Well, you know, the fog of war. So we know that there were some interviews of some of the students and a teacher's aide immediately afterwards, and there were some conflicting things, and that's normal. Would it be helpful to put out what type of weapon that we believe that it is? Sure. But if it's a revolver, the shell casings don't come out, so they may not have anything there. So I think they know a lot more, obviously, than they're letting out, but I just don't.
Not a fucking revolver. It just ain't the fucking Wild West, motherfucker. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, this is Smith and Wesson.
Jesus Christ. Oh wow, we got a mass shooting in Baltimore yesterday. All right.
Tonight, a community is reacting to a mass shooting that claimed the life of a woman in East Baltimore.
Fox 45's Alexa Ashwell live for us from the scene on Bel Air Road with more on the investigation. Alexa.
Hi, Mary. Baltimore police have identified the woman killed in this mass shooting as 54-year-old Erica Sterling. 4 men were also shot but survived. Want to show you the aftermath. They
just shot up a carry out. So she wasn't the intended target. Damn.
Probably not.
Fucked up, man. The 4 men probably were, and they all survived.
sheer number of bullet holes in this carryout
Think about that,
storefront.
man.
We count.
You just in a fucking carry out. You one of these niggas, and you ride past the carry out, you see them niggas, and you just shoot up the carry out. Like, just don't give a flying fuck.
It's, I mean, hard to comprehend.
Yeah.
But being there, I mean, you like to think that you keep a good eye on your surroundings. And I mean, if it's a bunch of sun men in there, like shifty looking Nass sun men, and 4 other men who got shot, you probably shouldn't have been there in the first place. But
Yeah, but here's the thing though, like he said, the fog of war, or like I'll say, like just the
sunshine.
Yeah, desensitized. Like I would, don't get me wrong, I would be thinking something different if if it was the neighborhood carry out and I saw 4 dudes in there, I wouldn't think twice about it. You know what I mean? Like, even if I didn't know them, I was this is my carry out. It's always sunmen. It's always sunmen in here.
Anything, right?
It's always like sunmen outside the store, sunmen on the avenue when you're walking down to the store, sunmen in corners, sunmen, they're everywhere. You know what I mean? And it's not, you're not going to be alarmed by seeing some sunmen.
So I'm about to move back to New Orleans.
Oh,
And,
wow.
Yeah.
For good? Like to live?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
And
okay.
you know, looking at a new job. And,
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
And I'm just thinking about how many times, like, I was out different places in New Orleans where exactly the sort of thing, you know. I mean, I say that I wouldn't be there, but I've been there plenty of times.
Yeah, they're everywhere. It's like, you know what I mean? Now, if I were to hear if this something started arguing or something, you know what I'm saying, in there or something like that, then yeah, you want to.
There's a Waffle House at the foot of Canal Street in New Orleans, and I went there to eat one night, and I mean, it's nothing but sun people, like, you know, and like I'm talking tarantula heads.
Yeah, definitely, man.
It was young and
At
stupid.
least
Yeah, I mean, listen, when nothing usually ever happens like in your presence, because like even if those sunmen get killed, the odds of them being killed in your presence is very low.
Right. Obviously,
So-
it hasn't happened.
Yeah, but you really can't do nothing about it because, like think about it, the guys who wanted to kill them, like, or the guys who were shooting at them, they might have so much beef from all the shit they do in the Black community that they might not even know necessarily who did it. Like, a lot of these guys got so much beef. Like, they go to because you know how beef is in Blackistan, right? It's like, yo,
Everlasting.
it's like you looked at me, or your sister, like one of them dudes' sister could have fucking have a boyfriend and he hit her. And
Y'all had a
then
mild disagreement.
They would know, you know what I'm saying? It's so many ways to catch beef. It's so much beef going on. A lot of times them dudes might not even know who did that shit until they get out there and and get the word on the street. But immediately they might not know who did it. You know what I mean? A lot of times.
Holes in this carryout storefront. We counted at least 35, and so far, no arrests.
Eastern District 11 rounds.
Just before 11 Monday night.
Citywide shutter shots fired for 3408 Bel Air Road, 20 rounds.
Gunfire detection software picking up more than 30 rounds, alerting officers, some who already heard the gunshots, to Bel Air Road and Mayfield Avenue in East Baltimore. At the scene, police say 3 victims and a large crime scene.
3 victims. We had one at 3403 Bel Air Road, another victim at Bel Air Urban, another victim at Bel Air and Mayfield.
According to the department, 2 males, ages 24 and 20, were found with non-life-threatening injuries, while a 54-year-old woman was found unresponsive near this carry-out restaurant, New York Chicken, Fish, and Grill.
This is going to be a 2100 case with the female. It's possible. It's looking like it.
The woman, police say, was pronounced dead at the scene. A short time later, investigators added 2 more victims. A 25-year-old man and a 31-year-old man walked into an area hospital with non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. BPD now dealing with 5 victims. The daylight revealing the aftermath. At least 30 bullet holes in this carry-out restaurant. Forensic investigators on scene. The bullets piercing through the business and lodging into the counter. The carry-out open at the time.
It's a shame, yeah. I'm glad I wasn't here. Like I said, I stop pissing all the time.
I started hearing helicopters, police cars, sirens.
Enzo Barbaras said he heard police responding to the mass shooting. While a motive has not yet been released, Barbaras says he believes there's a drug problem in this area.
There's a lot of drug activity around here. It's definitely unseen violence that we had here. Usually is 1, 2, 3 shots, handgun, and now it's you just can see automatic weapons, assault-style weapons used.
We questioned BPD about a motive and any suspects. The community in shock by the amount of gunfire.
I hope the city's going to do better. We need to support our law enforcement and give more resources to them.
Back out here live, another look at the bullet holes left in the storefront here on Bel Air Road. Baltimore police not yet releasing a believed motive or any suspect information. Anyone with any information on this case is asked to contact the department. Reporting live in East Baltimore, Alexa Ashwell, Fox 45 News.
So there was a mass shooting.
Didn't hear shit about that.
Not a peep about it.
Is that? Never mind.
No, peep. Let's see. Ooh.
We turn now to a News 12 exclusive. The survivor of a brutal stabbing is speaking out after her accused attacker is released without bail. News 12's Marissa Santorelli joining us here in studio. Marissa, this is a really troubling story and easy to understand why she'd be scared.
Absolutely, Amanda. I spoke with that survivor, Caitlin Berman, the survivor of that brutal stabbing that happened back in March. On December 10th, her accused attacker was released, walking free until his next court appearance. Caitlin says she now fears for her life. Now, we do want to warn our viewers at home, some of the images you're about to see may be disturbing. Stabbed, kicked, robbed, left to die. That's how Caitlin Berman remembers Saturday, March 22nd.
I did think I was going to die in there.
She recalls cat-sitting for a longtime friend that day at her Williamsbridge apartment. Her friend's partner, Christopher Joseph, came to pick it up, but immediately she says something was off.
When he first came into my apartment, he asked me if he could talk to me and put my daughter in the room. He said to me that his child's mother gave him permission to have intercourse with me, and I had told him no.
She says Joseph seemingly acted normal after the strange interaction, but wouldn't leave.
He did ask me what was the most traumatizing thing that ever happened to me, and then he had asked me for juice. I turned around to get juice, and that's where he started attacking me.
Wow. Stabbed multiple times in her face, neck, back, and hands, while her 3-year-old daughter slept in the next room.
I was able to break the first knife that he brought with him, and then he winded up taking one of my own kitchen knives.
How many times did he stab you?
Approximately 22 times.
Caitlin says she told her attacker to take whatever he wanted, begging him to leave.
He shouted to me that it wasn't about the money, and then he kind of just kicked me in the back of the head and walked out the front door, taking my cell phone and money so I couldn't call for help.
Her neighbors, hearing her screams, called 911. Police tell us Joseph was arrested on March 23rd. Caitlin spent 48 days in Jacoby Hospital, undergoing surgery after surgery.
How did you survive this? My daughter probably gave you the motive to just stay there.
A 7-page indictment from the district attorney's office shows Joseph is charged with attempted murder, attempted assault, and criminal possession of a weapons charges, and more.
Not to say that it felt good, but it felt good to know that he was in jail. Now, the last court date went a lot different.
On December 10th, Judge Darlene Goldberg released Joseph on his own recognizance without bail. The DA tells us they wanted bail set at $1 million. They were overruled.
I kind of froze. I was like, that doesn't make sense. There's no way that you just almost killed me and only did 9 months.
Caitlin says she doesn't just fear for her life, but for her daughters.
What sentence would satisfy you, do you think? Life. If not, 25.
Joseph is due back in court on January 16th, facing 13 criminal charges and up to 25 years in prison.
Okay, can we just put that dude down? Fuck, man.
Tonight, the man accused of killing another man in a Houston taco truck is being held without bond. That's because of a new state law meant to keep suspects in violent crimes behind bars pending trial. Amanda Henderson.
Remember Breaking Bond? Remember all those episodes?
Yeah. So that's good. That's great. Clearly they figured out that shit wasn't fucking working down there.
Yeah. That's amazing. They
did a total 180.
Yeah. Wow. They did it quietly though. You didn't hear about it.
Probably other places too.
Yeah. They probably because they don't want to upset the woke people. Yeah.
She was in court today. She joins us now live with how this all played out. Amanda.
Yes, well, everything went down in about 90 minutes, Mia, and this new law that was approved by the voters, it's an amendment to the Texas Constitution allowing judges to deny bail for certain violent offenses, such as murder, which is the exact charge in this case. A Harris County judge dropping the hammer on Angel Adonis Saldivar James, the 24-year-old facing a murder charge, denied bail under a new amendment to the Texas Constitution.
This is the first hearing that we've had in Harris County.
The voter-approved change allows judges to deny bail to those accused of specific violent offenses, such as the charge Saldivar James faces, murder. He's accused of shooting and killing Yadua Barraza Hernandez last week.
The people of Texas are sick of turning on their TVs every night and seeing that innocent members of our community have been taken from us.
In the bail hearing, we heard from 2 detectives, saw surveillance video, and watched clips of the interrogation. Saldivar James is seen laughing, showing a detective where he allegedly carried the murder weapon. His defense team commenting today after the hearing.
Well, obviously, I didn't like it very much, but at the same time, we don't know the facts and circumstances surrounding that interview. If you noticed, and in public record, you see him with some sort of injuries on his face. We don't know if those impacted him in any way.
Jose Julio Vela Jr. is talking about these marks seen in Saldivar James's mugshot. He argued due to his client's ice hold, he was not a flight risk.
There's an ice hold. He's not going to be going anywhere. He's going to be sitting right here in Harris County Jail until this case is complete.
The state argued otherwise, the judge ultimately siding with them, invoking 11D for the first time.
Our bar is clear and convincing evidence to show that somebody is a threat to the community. And we can show that not just with the history of the defendant, not with just proof of flight in other instances, but also the nature of the allegations themselves.
And one of the detectives who testified today was actually in the interrogation when he says that the suspect did admit to knowing there were issues with his immigration status, as well as recognizing that people who are undocumented can neither buy nor be in possession of a gun. We're live in Houston. I'm Amanda Henderson, KHOU 11 News.
With today's court proceedings. Amanda, thank you.
Wow. Oh well, brazen
In
murder.
Montgomery County, 2 teenagers are facing murder charges in a brazen killing, and authorities say they're still searching for a third suspect considered armed and dangerous. Prosecutors say the suspects and the victim were connected to rival gangs. Our Chris O'Connell explains how the investigation zeroed in on a revealing social media post.
The Montgomery County District Attorney says 19-year-old Hamad Boyd was killed by members of a rival gang. Tonight, 2 of those suspects are in jail. A third is still on the run. Family members say 19-year-old Hamad Boyd was trying to change his life and do better things. But on November 30th, he was gunned down on the 1000 block of Powell Street in Norristown. Boyd was pronounced dead after detectives recovered 45 shell casings from the crime scene. Today, investigators announcing the arrest of 18-year-old Mark Fields and 17-year-old Theodore Adams on first-degree murder charges. A third man, 20-year-old Zakir Washington, is still being sought. Investigators say the trio are part of Norristown's 1200 gang. They say this is Washington and the other suspects just 2 days before the murder, posting on Instagram with a Glock 19 with a caption threatening the rival, the Av gang. Detectives believe Boyd was connected to that gang. The account was deactivated within hours of his murder. Tonight, Fields is in the Montgomery County Jail with no bail. Adams was arrested earlier today in Newark, New Jersey. As for Zakir Washington, if you know his whereabouts, you are asked to call the Norristown Police Department. Chris O'Connell, Fox 29.
Wow, what do you think, Hot Black? Oh, Hot Black gone. Hot Black gone, man. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it pushing. Mom wants answers after fatal crash involving a minor. Ugh.
A grieving mother is demanding answers after a deadly early morning crash on Lakeshore Drive killed her 23-year-old son and his friend.
Wow.
An undocumented migrant owned that vehicle, and she says he has not been held accountable. Tia investigates.
Wow.
When you saw that name on that police report, the first thing came to my mind was, he's a immigrant. He's an immigrant. That's the only thing that came to my mind. I just can't believe my baby not here.
Stephanie Hartley says she wants justice. Her 23-year-old son, Prince Sullivan, was killed in an early morning car crash back on November 23rd.
Just woke up coughing, and I didn't know why. I just couldn't take it. I just got up, and something drove me to 39th, where the accident was. Like, looking at the tires, I felt that was my baby car.
This is video from the scene. Sullivan was out with his high school friend. The 23-year-olds were both killed. Hartley says the driver responsible is an undocumented immigrant who is not being held accountable for his role in the crash.
They told me it was my son, and I asked, can I see him? And they told him it was nothing to see.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't.
Wow. Wow. How do you get that much damage if everybody's going in the same direction? Everybody's going in the same direction. That's a lot of fucking damage. Shout out to OG Rambo, man. He says, guys, you can help me do it. Salute to you, man. Whoever that is on Kit, man. Shout out to everybody watching on Rumble, man. Watching on Rumble, man. Salute to everybody watching on Black Colombo. Salute to everybody watching on YouTube. X in the building. Shout out to everybody watching on X, man. Salute to you. This is
my baby. I couldn't do nothing for my baby. I had to take a DNA test to prove that I was his mom.
The NIU graduate was unidentifiable.
So that necklace on his neck is all that.
He was unidentifiable? Was he in the back of that car or did he get ejected? What happened? Because this is the back of the car. Was he not? That's his car, so he was probably driving. Okay, that's the front. Oh, the front and the back. Okay, he must have spunt out and hit the divider. They say he was unidentifiable. That's crazy.
Kia Forte was speeding, ran a stop sign, and struck somebody in the morning on the 3900 block of South Lakeshore Drive. Police say the Kia Forte was speeding, ran a stop sign, and struck Sullivan's stalled Chevy Malibu with hazard lights on, igniting a fire that claimed the lives of Sullivan and his friend. The registered owner of the Kia is Miguel Angel Navarrete Palacios. He told police he was allegedly a passenger at the time of the crash and that the person behind the wheel was a friend he just met. That person was unconscious
Of course.
on scene and couldn't be questioned. The man was identified by the Cook County medical examiner as Isaias Rodriguez. He was living at a hotel in Burr Ridge. He later died at University of Chicago Medical Center.
He's claiming he wasn't the driver of the vehicle, which I believe he was the driver, and he's trying to put it off on the person that died that was in his vehicle.
Hartley, a single parent of two, says it was hard work providing to make sure her son turned into a success story, not a statistic.
I worked 3 jobs to get my baby through school. 3 jobs.
Sullivan graduated from Northern Illinois University in 2025 with a degree in business management and human resources.
Damn, he just graduated. Damn.
And had recently begun a career at People's Gas.
He excelled.
Yes, sir. Hold on, pull it down.
Hartley says she believes her son's death may be overlooked because of the driver's alleged immigration status and because her son was a young black man.
Since he's a young black man, they probably think he had no education, no family that cared. He just...
Damn, she projecting a lot, right? She projecting a lot, man. Jesus Christ. She projecting like a motherfucker out here, man. Jesus Christ. Salute to Amazing Disgrace. He said, I'm amazed I'm still alive with the son stories I've lived through. Times are getting rough. Yeah. I mean, listen, it's always rough with sons around. You know that. You see how we do the old stories back in the day. It's always rough with sons around, man. Just be glad you don't live in Africa.
Black man.
Since he's a young black man, they probably think he had no education, no family that cared. They just gonna throw it under the rug and think I'm gonna let it go.
We called Palacios, and again, he said the same thing in the police report, that he was a passenger in the vehicle. He told us he's from Ecuador, traveled to Texas, where the governor there, Greg Abbott, bused him to New York, and then he made his way to Chicago.
They're protecting him. And I want justice just in case he try to leave.
Hartley says she has received little communication from the detective on the case, leaving her frustrated and also grieving.
The detective don't even call, don't reply back. It hurts because why is he getting a slap on the wrist and my baby's not here?
Again, EMTs with Superior Ambulance witnessed the incident and stated that Palacios' vehicle caused the crash and fire. Palacios is insured through Kemper Insurance, which provides coverage to undocumented drivers. The Department of Homeland Security has been contacted. They haven't gotten back to us, but the Illinois Secretary...
They provide insurance to undocumented drivers. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Fucking A, man. What the fuck?
The man who went on a deadly shooting rampage through Philadelphia's King Sessing neighborhood back in 2023 is sentenced to decades behind bars.
Kim Brady Carricker opened fire on a street corner on the evening before July.
Yeah, this guy's a transgender. This was completely random. He just was shooting anybody. This guy, he killed another kid at a carryout. Just random young dude, just randomly mowed him down. And then this guy's transgender. He was a transgender back then. I don't know what he is now, but
is sentenced to decades behind bars.
Kim Brady Carricker opened fire on a street corner on the evening before July 4th, spraying at least 50 bullets in all directions.
Today, loved ones of those he killed were in court hoping to see justice served. It is Wednesday night, and the big story in Action News is a prison sentence that'll keep an admitted mass gunman behind bars, likely for the rest of his life. Kim Brady Carricker pleaded guilty to 5 counts of murder for a crime spree that spanned 2 days.
Carricker was sentenced to 37.5 to 75 years in prison. And while some loved ones of the victims hoped for more, prosecutors say at the age of 43, Carricker will likely never see freedom again.
Action News reporter John Paul is live in Center City tonight with more. John.
Rick Shari, that sentence was handed down today in court in the courtroom just behind me. Now, as you mentioned, some family members say that sentence was just too light. After all, he killed 5 people, but prosecutors say they offered the deal because of the killer's mental state.
I was there with
because of his mental, man. I'm tired of this mental shit. I'm fucking crazy. Press 1. Yo, I'm a fucking nut. We're all fucking crazy. Everybody's fucking crazy, man. Everybody's a minute, a situation away from snapping. I'm tired of this mental shit. Being human is crazy. I'm tired of this crazy shit. Why didn't he? It's plenty of drug blocks. Philly got plenty of corners with 10, 20 fucking son men standing out there. All of them convicted felons, crazy psychopaths. Why didn't he run up on one of them blocks and just just start shooting them? Why did he shoot a bunch of innocent people that wasn't suspected? Because he's not fucking crazy. He's smart as a motherfucker. He knew not to fucking run up on one of those fucking corners in Philly and start shooting at the thugs. He targeted people who he knew weren't going to be aware, wouldn't be able to shoot back because they weren't going to be aware or ready. And now he gets to say, "Oh, I'm crazy. I don't even know. I'm crazy." No, motherfucker. You fucking conniving mastermind. You fucking plotted and planned. This shit is so fucking infuriating, man. I'm crazy. Well, fuck you ain't. You ain't fucking crazy. You're a fucking genius. You're a fucking diabolical madman. You're a fucking mad scientist. Many fucking thug corners there are in fucking Philly. This motherfucker chose to fucking shoot people sitting in their cars and people, just walking down the street randomly and shit. The crazy subway puncher never punches a fucking Sun team. Never punches a tarantula head. Have you ever seen crazy subway talking to himself, fucking vagrant guy punch a tarantula head? Have you ever seen that? I've done a billion stories. Okay? And I've never seen that.
Prosecutors say they offered the deal because of the killer's mental state.
I was there when he passed. I was there when he said his last words. I was on the ground with him.
Odessa Brown was there when her 15-year-old grandson died on July 3rd of 2023. He was one of 5 killed in a mass shooting on 56th and Chester in Kingsessing. Today, she brought...
Look at that, man. That fucker gets to say, gets to be in the courtroom looking all crazy and shit and wild-eyed and silent. And the judge is like, "Hey, man, he was crazy, so we got to give him a break." Man, fuck that, man.
pictures of Dewan to court as his killer took a plea deal.
He killed all these people. It's not fair that he get 37 years.
Kim Brady Carricker pleaded guilty to 5 counts of murder and 5
now,
counts.
Remember, he's a transgender, so that might have something to do with it. He checks a lot of boxes. He's black and he's trans and he's LGBT and all that bullshit. So yeah.
Of attempted murder. The judge sentenced him to 37.5 to 75 years in prison for the crimes. Today, the prosecutor said they agreed to the deal because there was a chance Carricker could have been found not guilty by reason of insanity. He also says this is essentially a life sentence.
Realistically, I mean, the 75 years and the amount of time that you would expect him to actually serve would be well beyond any normal life expectancy.
He would be almost 80 by the time he's eligible for parole.
Yeah, but he should never get out. Like, he should never have the possible. He has hope. He can live with hope. He doesn't deserve to live with the hope. He doesn't deserve to live with a glimmer of hope. You should.
Day outside the courtroom, family for several of those killed and wounded spoke
Damn,
about their
put
loss.
Buddy in a
I
wheelchair.
hope the Lord can forgive him, but I kind of don't. Even though I'm a Christian.
He got survivor's remorse. So mentally, he's still not there.
Nasiah Thomas Brown also spoke about her twin brother, Dewan, who died that day.
Ron was always there for me when I needed somebody, and now I lost myself when I lost my brother.
That's it.
Yeah, so many families were impacted on that day. The prosecutor today saying that was one of the deadliest days in Philadelphia history. We're live tonight in Center City. John Paul, Channel 6 Action.
Damn.
Twin brothers were arrested in Orlando in connection with a murder. Maurice Stubbs is accused of shooting a man during an argument, and his brother Marquise is accused of bashing another man in the mouth with a gun.
Both are now in the Orange County Jail, and that's where West 2's Michelle Meredith is live right now. Michelle, what do we know about this case?
Well, according to investigators, it started when the twins got into an argument with 2 men who lived in the same apartment complex, and it ended seemingly when one twin turned.
He said we was twins and she. Shout out to Mac Knight, man. Mac Knight says airbags didn't deploy, so face was probably destroyed. Oh wow, that's a great fucking observation, man. Great observation, man. But the car set on fire, so that probably had something to do with it too. We talking about the last story, the story before the last one.
Same apartment complex, and it ended seemingly when one twin turned against the other.
For aggravated battery.
It's not very often identical twins are arrested in connection with a murder.
Suicide warrant charges second-degree murder with a firearm.
But such is the case with twin brothers Maurice and Marquise Stubbs. Investigators say it started at the Beverly and Lakeside Apartments in Orlando off the Orange Blossom Trail. 2 men who were roommates came home and found their apartment ransacked, and the twins were their neighbors. One of the roommates, Vincent Sinclair, could be heard saying, "Did you break into my crib?" Allegedly, Maurice had a gun. Sinclair told him to put it down and fight him. Instead, say investigators, Maurice shot Sinclair. He died at the hospital. Meanwhile, according to the arrest affidavit, his twin brother Marquise was busy fighting, scuffling with the other roommate, and allegedly used his gun to hit the man in the face so hard he knocked out the gold dental jewelry from the bottom of his teeth and out of his mouth. Deputies say the twins took off and were found in different places. And in an ironic twist, Marquise identified his own twin brother as the shooter. Both landed in the
snitched on his own twin.
Shooter. Both landed.
Yo, that's diabolical, man. It's no hope out here, man. The streets are done, man. Nigga snitched on his twin. He snitched on his twin brother, man. Not that I'm surprised. I told you I know some brother that they weren't twins, but they part of a big family, and they were right behind each other. I know I know that happened. Yeah. Brothers snitched on each other. Yep. One brother snitched on the other brother. Yep. Ratted on him. Salute the Magnite, man. What's cracking, man? What's your thoughts, man?
I think the fat one snitched on the skinny one.
Yeah, Marquise. Yeah, Marquise snitched on. Yeah, Marquise snitched on Maurice. Shit. Darling, I live with you for the rest of my life.
His own twin brother as the shooter. Both landed in the Orange County jail. Maurice facing the more serious charge of second-degree murder.
I'll set the bond at $7,500.
And his twin brother dealing with the lesser charge of aggravated battery. Marquise has an opportunity to bond out of jail, a privilege his twin brother does not. Now, even though Marquise has a $7,500 bond, he has not posted that bond, so he is still here in the Orange County jail. Live in Orange County, Michelle Meredith, West 2 News.
Christmas dinner is going to be awkward this year.
Probably not. I mean, look, they son people, man. Oh, you talking about? Oh, because he snitched. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Right now at 4 o'clock, 2 men are in custody as police investigate the death of a 2-year-old girl in South Philadelphia. New video shows police activity.
God, she's cute. That's a cute little girl, man. God damn it.
Video shows police activity outside of a home on South Beechwood Street this morning. The same home where sources say Kimani Bean was last week before she was rushed to the hospital and later died. It is Wednesday afternoon. I'm Brian Taft.
And I'm Sarah Bloomquist. The big story on Action News is the investigation into the death of that 2-year-old girl. Authorities have not yet said how she died, but we do know that 2 men are now in custody.
Action News reporter Becca Hendrickson live in South Philadelphia now with more on the victim and the latest on this active investigation. Becca.
Brian and Sarah, I spoke with the family of 2-year-old Kimani Bean today. It's so heavy. It's devastating. They said she was such a sweet little girl, and they have been looking for answers since her death. Now, the investigation is centered around this house behind me on the 2100 block of South Beechwood Street. We're waiting to hear more from police about what happened here. Family says 2-year-old Kimani Bean loved dancing, her unicorn blanket, and playing with her big sister. She always gave hugs and kisses to her family. The toddler girl was killed last week in South Philadelphia. Surveillance video from the 2100 block of South Beechwood Street shows SWAT officers on the block this morning arresting a man inside of this house. Philadelphia police were called to the same home on December 8th. Sources say Kimani had been at the home and was transported to Children's Hospital Philadelphia, where she was pronounced dead.
It's terrible. Jeez. Philly got some rough looking motherfuckers, boy. Salute to G&B says, just heard your song, very good. And I passed it along to people. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, G&B. That's the type of support I love. Shout out to G&B. She passed the song, the Christmas Carol I wrote on Long to Friends, man. There's also Spotify. I'm on everything. So let them know they can listen to it anywhere where you buy music. Anywhere where you buy music, anywhere where you sell music, anywhere where you stream music. I'm every fucking where. Salute to you, Gene B. My man Barry B is in the building. Barry B in the building.
Awful.
Sources say two 21-year-old men, one of whom was arrested at this home on South Beechwood, are in custody and will be facing charges related to Kimani's death. The homicide unit is handling the case. The girl's family says their hearts are heavy. As her shirt says, she was so loved and will be missed.
What was she doing around these two 21-year-olds? And is one of them her father? It seems like none of them are her father. I don't know. She was so loved. I don't know, man.
A 1-year-old girl is dead and her father is in jail after investigators say she drowned in a hot tub at a vacation rental in Kissimmee. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm Nancy Alvarez.
And I'm Stuart Moore. That family was visiting from Washington, D.C. West Street Spencer Tracy is live at the Oscar.
D.C. Let me tell you something, man. This is a great country. People talk shit about Somalians, come over here and talk shit about America. Afghans come over here and talk shit about America. Fucking Mexicans come over here and talk shit about America. But this is a great country because in a lot of those countries, your child has no rights. Your child is subject to you. Whatever you deem for your child is what your child gets. In America, your child has as many rights as anybody else. Your baby has just as many rights as any other person. The baby got as many rights as Donald Trump. Let's just be honest.
Trump there's no CPS or anything like that in those countries. They've never heard
ain't
that.
No social worker, ain't nobody at the school gonna check none of that shit. And plus corporal punishment is very common, and it's not legislated. There's no like you can corporally punish your kids here, but there's a limit. Over there,
just don't do it on video.
Yeah, over there you can just you could give your kid 100 lashes and shit, and there's nobody will say anything. But here what I'm saying is basically like that little baby has rights. Like you have to look out for them. You know what I mean? That baby has rights, and that's a great country. We can't be that bad if that little baby got rights. We can't be as shitty as Somalians say we are while they're fucking living off welfare over here and complaining about every goddamn thing, while Afghans over here living off welfare complaining about every fucking thing, or fucking Palestinians and fucking every Ukrainians, everybody's over here complaining about every fucking thing under the sun. We can't be that fucking bad collectively as a people if that little baby got rights, as many rights as fucking Donald Trump.
County Sheriff's Office with the latest. And Spencer, you spoke exclusively with the little girl's family.
And Stuart, as you can imagine, this family was absolutely devastated to hear this, and now they're grieving the loss of that beautiful 1-year-old girl. They are calling this a freak accident, while the sheriff's office says this was a series of decisions that could have been a preventable tragedy.
She's gonna be missed. Tremendous. She's gonna be very, very missed. Seeing her little baby.
Nah, the DC accent is very thick. Damn, baby. That DC accent thick as a motherfucker.
She's gonna be missed. Tremendous. She's gonna be very, very missed. Seeing her little baby running around. It's almost Christmas.
A family in mourning and in complete shock following the death of 1-year-old Azaria Huff. Osceola County investigators say she drowned in a hot tub at this Kissimmee vacation rental.
It's very hard. Losing a niece in that way is very hard. And then I'm very hurt for my brother because he is just distraught. He is tore up.
Her father, 33-year-old Renard Tyrone Huff, told detectives he'd been drinking and was holding his daughter in the hot.
Oh my God. He was drinking and holding his daughter in the hot tub. Holy shit. Yo, when you a son, man, yo, and he younger, yo, having a little baby, you always gonna be tired, right? You always gonna be tired because the baby gonna keep you up crying and stuff like that. You always tired when you got a little baby like that, right? And I get it. But you add drugs into the mix, man. Some weed a drink could knock you out, especially when you're always tired like that. A beer could knock you out for 5 or 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? Because you just catching up on all the sleep you missed this shit. Wow. He was holding the baby in the hot tub and drinking. That is bananas, yo. I'm not even gonna lie, yo. That's bananas. Because I was wondering, like, why did he get charged? Like, because usually, you just say it was an accident and they'll let you go, then they'll investigate it. Like, they immediately arrested his ass.
Well, it's a hot tub, not a pool. So, I mean, a pool you can just fall into, right? But most hot tubs are elevated. So someone's got to, a baby's not going to climb into a hot tub.
That's true. Facts. Or no, some of them are like same level as the surrounding. Like it may be elevated, but the ground, this is the way. Some hot tubs are jacuzzis, right? A jacuzzi, right? So yeah, some of them are like dug into the ground, but yeah, generally they are elevated. But here's the thing, that's not even in dispute. Like they said that he was holding her. Like, God damn, man. That's a fucked up feeling for this guy, man. This guy, yeah, he's I'm sure he loved his daughter. I mean, I don't doubt that this son man loved his daughter. Because I know a lot of thug niggas and shit or street guys, and he looked like one. He definitely looked like one. He from DC. There's a 90% chance he in the streets. Just because they in the street and just because they'll kill your ass or they'll shoot you up and shoot up your fucking grandmother house, or you know what I'm saying, or stomp you out in broad daylight. That has nothing to do. They're able to compartmentalize that with the love of their kids. You know what I mean? They're able to be like loving fathers. I've seen it all the time. They still like love and care for their kids and do all the family shit and all that shit. And they real good at that. So, some thugs are very good at compartmentalizing because the thug shit comes so naturally to them. It's not like something outside of their normal life. It's just it's not like a soldier going to war with his baby and shit. These motherfuckers are just, they just. So I'm sure he loved that girl. I'm sure he's fucked up about it. I'm sure he's probably want to kill himself. He might want to kill himself. He might want to.
No, I understand what you're saying. I just think generally speaking, some people don't understand threat analysis. They don't understand. They don't think past tomorrow or what could happen.
You mean multiple steps? You mean multiple steps down the line? Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Like, yeah. I just, and listen. I could see what he was thinking. Like, yo, I'm gonna put the baby in and let her get in the hot tub. He probably did everything with the baby, and he might have just been like. But see, this is why. Listen, I'll tell y'all this story, right? I took my daughter down to the motherfucking creek because I wanted to get some water. I wanted to make a terrarium, a paludarium. So I wanted to go down there I took a bottle and I was going to get, some water, and I was going to bring it home and let it settle and watch all the little animal life that was microscopic life in there. So I was going to take my little son and my daughter, but my wife wouldn't let me take my son. She's like, nah, you ain't taking them down to the creek. So I took my daughter down there, right? The river, right? So we walking, and in order to get to the river, there's like a place where you can go down. It's little different paths that people have like beat with their feet down into the river, right? And I walked down there before. This time we took a different path to get down to the river, right? And my daughter was like, she was very, very apprehensive, right? For some reason. This time. She loved adventure, but she was very, very apprehensive. So we walked down the little path, and then we're walking, and she's holding my hand behind me, and then boom, we just fell like about 6 to 8 feet into the creek, but it was like the shallow part of the river. It's the shallow part of the river, right? Boom. And it was like one of those little like metal like holes. I forgot what those are called. They're like sometime in the river. It's like a sewage. I guess it's like kind of like a drainage part. You know what I'm saying? A drainage tube or something. We fell right like by that. Yeah, we fell because I wasn't expecting it to be there. I thought it was just be a path, but that hole right there cut off the path. The hole where the drainage pipe was coming out of it cut off the path. So we just dropped, boom. We got all scratched up. My daughter was all cut up. I was all cut up and shit. She's like, Daddy, I told you not to do it. Why'd you still do it? And I was like, oh my God, I felt bad and shit like this. So we got home. We was all fucked up. I was like, God damn, we got to go hold your mother all scratched up and cut up. My daughter had, braziers all over her body. We was fucked up, right? And I was fucked up too. I was fucked up worse. I bruised my hip and I cut up all my shit. All of my hip and my arm, everything was all fucked up, right? But I couldn't act like I was hurt because I didn't want my wife to know how bad the fall was. We fell quite a ways, right? On the rocks. It'd be rocks. It was like we fell on all rocks and shit on like the riverbed and shit, right? I was walking there. I was in pain like shit, but I played it off, right? We got back. Oh my God, my wife was bad as shit, right? So it was like this guy right here, he's in trouble. You know what I'm saying? He like that mother is in trouble with her. He's in trouble with the law. This guy, my heart goes out to him, man. I'm seriously, man. My heart goes out to this guy, man. My heart goes out to this guy, yo. It is seriously, man. I'm not here to beat him up or, he's going through enough, man. This guy's going through a fucking enough, Jack. He's going through enough, man.
Well, hang on, bro. My question is like, so he was in the hot tub with the baby. The baby drowned.
We're gonna find out. I stopped it once they said that because it was so ridiculous that I had to stop it.
Okay.
We didn't hear the rest. Let's
because he is just distraught. He is tore up.
Her father, 33-year-old Renard Tyrone Huff, told detectives he'd been drinking and was holding his daughter in the hot tub when he fell asleep for 15 to 20 minutes.
Holy shit. Oh, I knew it was that.
So he could have died too.
Exactly. That's why you don't drink in the hot tub.
That's wild.
Oh my God. When he woke up, he probably wanted to just kill himself. Because think about it, like it don't.
No. He wakes up, she's floating.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I said. Like soon as it's like it ain't no 30 seconds. That baby 10 seconds. That baby's not a human. That baby is a baby. 10 seconds. Yeah,
he wakes up. He as an alcoholic, he wakes up, he looks around, where the fuck am I? Whatever, blah, 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 blah. He probably didn't even think about the baby. He saw her floating, bro.
Nah, he thought about the baby.
I don't think he did.
So he thought about that baby. He thought about that baby. Trust me. He's a father. The second he woke up, he thought he remembered. Like his baby. No, he knew instantly, and he knew that it was. He had to go tell them. He call the ambulance. And they probably like, what?
Bro, she was floating. God damn.
Yeah, but you still want to we still gonna be like, call the ambulance. You still like gonna try to hope and pray. You hoping it. He still had hope. Because you gotta have hope. You have to. In the foxhole, there's no atheists in the foxhole. Press 1.
Deputies say the toddler was pulled from the water just after 3:30 Sunday morning, unresponsive.
3:30 in the morning, drinking with your baby in the hot tub. This story is getting wilder and wilder, yo. This story is getting, yo, the details of this story are insane, man. These are some insane details. I ain't gonna lie. The details are bonkers, my G. Whoo. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. Woo. Warm water makes you sleepy. It makes adults sleepy. Warm water makes adults sleepy too, not just babies.
But hang on, let me back up real quick. So, she was pulled from the water at 3:30. 3:30, right? Hello?
3:30 a.m. Yep.
All right, so 3:30. He woke up 15 minutes later. So by that math,
no, he probably pulled her from the water. So he probably was in there probably like.
Yeah, he definitely pulled her from the water. When did he fall asleep though?
Probably 3 o'clock, 3:10 or something like that. When the second he woke up, he pulled her out of the water.
Why was that baby even out of bed at 3 a.m., man?
Well, babies wake up. Well, here's the thing. All right, now, I'm not. Why was that baby in the hot tub? Crazy, but why was that baby out of bed? Shit, baby, wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. You gotta pick them up and walk around with them. You gotta you gotta walk around. You gotta try to get them back to sleep. Baby being up 3 o'clock in the morning ain't nothing, man. They gonna wake up. You never gonna get no sleep, man. When you got a baby, man.
All right, bro. Go ahead.
But I'm not saying go to the hot tub and shit and drink a beer. I'm telling you, not saying that. I'm not saying get in the hot tub and fucking crack open a fucking bottle of E&J. No, I'm not saying that. But yeah, you gonna have to get up, walk around, bounce them, anything to get them back to sleep so you can sleep.
I mean, earplugs.
You can't even sleep in a bed with the baby awake. Here's the thing about it.
Bro. I'm a gunslinger, bro. They make earplugs, man. Make sure the baby's breathing, and then put them earplugs on. Whatever.
Nah, bro, you can't even. No, I can't even sleep in the bed with my kids because I have a CPAP. Because the CPAP makes me sleep so hard that I could possibly roll over onto them. So when they was babies, I couldn't sleep in the bed because if I could roll over on them and not know. And when you roll over on a baby can't be like, yo, hey, get the fuck up off me. And if you knocked out, you're not gonna be able to know that you on top of the baby.
I feel you, bro, but like a crib is a thing, right? Like they don't sell cribs no more?
Some babies, my babies, they don't sleep in my babies sleep in the bed with the mother, man. The mother, my wife breastfeed them, so they.
All right, bro. I ain't gonna fuck with you on this one.
Yeah, no, I got you. Some people put their I know some people put their baby in another room and don't even respond when they crying. Like if the baby cry, they just ignore them.
That's me. That's why. That's me. Shit.
Yeah, now my babies.
No, that was me.
Nah,
shit.
My babies don't. My babies ain't raised like that. My babies in the bed with their mother every night, man. And they're sleeping under. They sleep. My baby sleep on their mother.
I'm not gonna dissect that, sir.
Yeah. My son be waking up with a pamper the size of motherfucking goddamn sumo wrestler and shit. Because all he do is drink all night, drink milk all night. He just.
So the wild thing, man, I was fortunate enough to one of my first memories was standing up in my crib, bro, in my own room.
You
in an
remember that?
apartment.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild. But anyway, yeah. Go ahead, bro.
That's bananas. I don't remember shit past. I don't even remember 5 and 6 like that. I ain't even gonna lie. I got like a few memories from Boston. A few memories from Boston because we moved from Boston when I was 6. We moved to DC when I was either 6 or 7, something like that. I think like 6 because I went to the first grade in DC. So I would say we moved to DC when I was like 6. So yeah, I don't have like a lot of memories from Boston, and that was 6. That's crazy. You remember standing up in your crib? That's bananas, yo.
Bro, I remember my first Christmas. I remember a lot of shit, bro. That's probably the reason why I'm an alcoholic. But go ahead, play the video.
Yeah. I feel you.
Spoke with Huff's mom and 2 siblings who tell me he was visiting from Washington, D.C.
He's hurt me bad and he needed to be back here with us.
The child was seen by the medical examiner who was able to determine the cause of death in this case was related to the drowning.
Huff went before a judge Monday afternoon where he is charged with aggravated manslaughter. Detectives say Huff admitted alcohol may have contributed to him falling asleep and that he had also ingested 2 different narcotics before getting into the hot tub.
Holy shit. I hope he wasn't doing it don't matter. None of that synthetic shit, man. Or no fucking PCP, man. Hope at least one of them was weed.
It's got to be weed, but what's the next one, though? I'm wondering that.
Yo, DC, even DC is either synthetic, it's either synthetic weed, it's either PCP, or it's some kind of pill, man.
Xannies.
Yeah, Xannies or perks. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that.
Children in water can be so dangerous, and the parent's job is to make sure that all eyes are on them, focused, not under the influence, so that they can keep their kids safe.
The arrest report states he attempted CPR in the backyard while the child's mother inside the home called for help. Investigators say he could not explain why he took a 1-year-old child who could not swim into a 37-inch deep hot tub late at night.
We feel bad for this mom and dad. We know they were devastated. They had another 6-month-old child there in the room with mom.
Holy shit. So yeah, they ain't not getting no sleep. They got a 1-year-old and a 6-month-old. They got Irish twins.
Man, we gotta back up, man. So hot tubs, right? I love them, right? Been a lot of hot tubs overseas and stuff. A grown ass man cannot take that level of heat for too long. Like seriously, you will die. So, and who else thinks this nigga knew CPR? Stop.
He was doing something. Here's the thing, though. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. That shit is fucking. And make sure you hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Support the channel, guys.
Support the channel, folks.
Pledge. Sponsor tonight's programming, man.
Regular CPR. Oh, go ahead, bro.
But yeah, baby CPR is different than regular CPR.
Yes,
you know that, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it's like it's a whole class, bro.
Yeah,
class upon a class. Like regular CPR is kind of easy. Like you might break a few ribs. That's what they tell you, but like baby CPR, man.
I think the person will forgive you for breaking some ribs if you said
No.
Nobody sue you. Can you imagine somebody suing you and shit like, man, you broke my fucking ribs? Like,
well, it has happened. It happens. Called the Good Samaritan Act. But yes, baby CPR is a whole nother level of CPR, and I don't think he knew how to do that.
Yeah, man, this is bananas, yo. This is a bananas story, man. Shit.
That she was trying to put down. So we know that watching 2 small kids is a challenge.
And we know today that the judge set no bond for Huff, and he will remain in the Osceola County Jail. His next court hearing is scheduled for
You don't even really got to put him in jail, man. Even though, I mean, I'm not saying that he shouldn't go. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, like, you don't even have to put him in jail. This nigga is fucked up, yo. Like, he is fucked up.
Nah, man. I actually agree with you this time, man. Based on everything we talked about and, you know, the situation, man, goddamn. He should be in with the frog vest.
This is WFTV Tonight.
And we've got new developments tonight regarding the man who attacked a jogger in College Park in April. He is now back in jail for violating his probation terms. Good evening. I'm Greg Warman.
And good evening. I'm Martha Sigalski. We have new video of Orlando police arresting Tyler Fight today. His original release was controversial, with some College Park residents saying he should have been released so soon on a plea deal. Channel 9's Ashland Webb joining us live right now. And Ashland, you learned in new documents why he's accused of violating his probation.
Yes, according to these Department of Corrections records, he was a no-show for a psychological evaluation last Tuesday. This was a requirement for his probation. Many here tell me this is exactly what they were concerned about, him not following his probation orders.
Yeah, he needs to stay there for a while.
That's reaction from College Park neighbors after Tyler Fight was arrested for violating his probation Monday.
Why am I being arrested? I'm on probation right now.
About 3 miles from where the April attack happened. The victim told police then Fight jumped on her and tried to overpower her as she was running on Northumberland Avenue. Neighbors have shared concerns about him being out on probation and that his sentence wasn't enough. How have you felt?
Not safe at all.
State Attorney Monique Worrell's office offered Fight a plea deal. He served 225 days in county jail and was...
Yo, them sisters, listen, he even giving a white boy a plea deal. God damn. You would think that she would only do that for a brother, man. She love all criminals, man. Regardless of race, man. Jesus Christ.
Enough. How have you felt?
Not safe at all.
State Attorney Monique Worrell's office offered Fight a plea deal. He served 225 days in county jail and was ordered to 3 years probation. She says prosecutors didn't have enough evidence that he committed attempted sexual battery.
Please hear me when I'm saying I am not judging whether or not her fear was reasonable. We didn't have him grabbing at her clothes, trying to take her clothes off.
But 3 weeks after being on probation, court documents say he was a no-show for his psychosexual evaluation December 9th. His probation officer went to his listed address, his grandmother's home in College Park, but she told officers he did not live with her. She told us last week she didn't want him back in her home. She told police Tyler can sometimes be violent. His probation officer also noted that he is not a good candidate for probation. The state attorney's office told us that they were not aware that he violated his probation last week when they held that press conference because their case was closed. Many residents here say they hope he stays in jail to get the treatment that he needs. Reporting in Orlando, Ashland Webb, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Ashland, thank you. I want to take you through some of Fight's past. In August of 2021, his father reported that Tyler punched him in the face and threatened to kill his grandparents, where he served 100 days in the Orange County Jail for that one. In February of 2022, he was accused of pulling out a knife in the atrium at Orlando International Airport, found guilty of armed trespass, no action taken on an aggravated assault charge, sentenced to 120 days in jail. In June of 2022, his father accused Tyler again of punching him in the face repeatedly, but that case was dropped. And in January of 24, he was accused of grabbing a woman's buttocks in an Orlando Hobby Lobby store where he pled no contest and served an additional 46 days in jail.
Tomorrow, you have the opportunity to weigh in on the potential.
Hey, rest in peace to Rob Reiner, man. Y'all support the channel.
Man, I don't know, man. That guy, he had TDS, man. I don't know, man. Let him rest in peace, though. Yeah, but rest in peace, though, man. And You know, free his son.
Nah, bro, you get what I'm saying, though, right?
What?
It's about the story, man. He assaulted his father multiple times.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely. No, I got you. But I'm talking about the real Rob Reiner. He had TDS, man. He had bad TDS. His son whacked him out. If he would have been if he wouldn't have been a bleeding heart liberal, he'd have committed his son a long time ago. He tried to keep helping his son and keep helping him. That's what I told you, fathers, man. It's being a father, man. You're gonna have a heart for your kids, man. Try to keep helping them, and that fucker killed his ass. That's fucked up, man.
Nah, bro, I ain't. On God, I ain't going out like that, bro. I'm old school, bro. I brought you in, I'll take you out. Forgot to.
And so we begin right now at 4 with some new details from the medical examiner about how Rob and Michelle Reiner died. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Carolyn Johnson. Michael Brownlee is off. That preliminary report reveals both Rob and Michelle died from multiple sharp force injuries. It comes just hours after their son, Nick, made his first court appearance charged in their murders.
We are continuing our live team coverage right now. Camilla Rambaldi is live
He's a
in
little spoiled little brat. He might kill himself because he going to the penitentiary. He's not even going to the feds. Like, he going to the state prison. But he even going to have to be an Aryan. He's going to have to be a skinhead or a fucking Aryan Nation, or he's going to be food. They might sell his ass. Well, he got a lot of money, huh?
He's in PC, bro. He's too notoriety and whatnot.
No, I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about when he gets his sentence. I'm not talking about right now. Yeah, I know he's not in population right now, but when he gets his sentence, man, they're not gonna send him to no camp for butchering through people to death with a knife. No,
hang on, man.
If it was embezzlement, yeah, he might go to a camp or something like that. But this fucker's going to fucking nigger prison. His cellmate's gonna be like some nigga that like fucking shot up the wrong house. He did a drive-by, shot up the wrong house and killed like 4 fucking people and shit.
I mean, he's a white liberal, right? His family's rich.
He killed one of the great white liberals. They're not gonna feel sorry for him. He killed one.
Can I finish, sir?
You know, no. You can finish. You can finish, but you can't say crazy shit.
I bet. So would it be more worth it to just fuck him, kill him, or extort his remaining liberal family who are going to get the inheritance? If he had
access to it. Do you think he has access to the funds still?
They do. His family. Okay, so his family does not have access to the funds.
He killed both. Now, if he would have killed one, yeah, the mom would probably want to be like
3 siblings.
Yeah, you think that he just killed both of their parents? Now, I get you. I understand what you're saying. Like, some families, there's always one person that'll come defend you, or one person. This one right here, I mean, he butchered. It's not like he killed him and he said he didn't do it, and it's like some doubt, and it could have been a burglar, it could have been a burglar, it could have been somebody else. He's holding fast that he didn't do it. Yeah, then somebody in the family would definitely be like, somebody would be like,
so someone
I
is
believe
going
you
to
and shit like that. But this is like, he did that shit.
Yeah, yes, he did that shit. But what I'm saying is, liberals think about mental illness and yada yada. How about this? Let's back up. Someone is going to inherit Robert Reiner's fortune, right? He has 3 siblings. Last I checked, 2 of them are female, okay? And Rob Reiner was a liberal. So I don't think, I don't think it's too crazy to say that his daughters are probably liberal, okay? They will
definitely.
They will 100% put money on his books to pay for his safety in there. Okay, you've been
Okay,
in, bro.
I'll
I
give you
mean,
that. No, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Like, yeah, as time goes on, because yeah, it's not. He's not gonna get sentenced tomorrow. Yeah, time goes on, and in the shock of it all cools off. Yeah, yeah, he might. They might. Yeah, and plus he's a drug addict too, so he's gonna need some drugs in there too. Because that's one of his big. He went to rehab, I think 18 times before he was 22. So he's a fucking crackhead and shit. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I mean,
he's
he's a
gonna definitely.
mark, but I mean, you know better than I do, bro. I mean, why eat today when you can eat tomorrow?
Yeah.
With new reaction from the Reiner's other children and friends. But first, we're going to go to NBC4's Alex Rozier, live from downtown LA with what we learned in the hearing there today. Alex.
Colleen and Carolyn, Nick Reiner only said 3 words during his hearing this morning: "Yes, Your Honor." And that's when he gave the okay to push back his arraignment until January. The judge today said that the press cannot shoot any video of Mr. Reiner, but this is the first time that we did see him since he was arrested and charged for his parents' murders. With his hands in shackles, wearing a blue suicide prevention gown, Nick Reiner made his first court appearance, now charged with murder, after his parents, Rob and Michelle, were found stabbed to death this weekend.
And how would you describe Nick Reiner?
Nick is now represented by defense attorney Alan Jackson.
Oh, wow.
After Reiner's arraignment was pushed back to January, Jackson spoke outside the courthouse.
There are very, very complex and serious issues that are associated with this case. These need to be thoroughly, but very carefully dealt with and examined.
Legal analyst Royal Oak says asking for a delay on the arraignment is a strategic move for Jackson, who also defended Kevin Spacey and Harvey Weinstein.
By putting off the arraignment until January 7th, he can figure out, what do I say about Nick Reiner's mental state? Was it insanity? Was it drugs or alcohol?
Yeah,
Because
he still
he's
got
launch something
funds,
along those
obviously.
lines, 'cause that probably is going to be the nuclear core of his defense.
Who's
This
paying
morning's court
that
appearance
lawyer?
comes after
No,
several days of
he's
development.
definitely a trust fund, baby.
Yeah, who's
He
paying the
definitely a
lawyer,
trust
bro?
fund. Yeah,
Who
no, he
is
probably
paying the
got a
lawyer?
trust fund. He probably, because here's the thing: you don't kill your parents when they make you stand up and be a man. Usually kids who kill their parents have been coddled and spoiled. You know what I mean? And the parent says no. And when the parent says no, then they can't handle it because they've gotten everything they've always wanted. You know what I mean? They've gotten everything. They've been cajoled, they've been coddled, and they've been, so it's like the kids who have it kind of like rough or normal, they really don't. From what I've seen in these stories, the majority of the kids I've seen are spoiled rotten, or you know what I'm saying, like they kill their parents, and they just because you spoil a kid, man, and they think they're entitled to everything. And then they get mad. You tell them, no, you can't have this. Or you try to take their PlayStation or take their phone or take their VR, the virtual reality set or whatever they're addicted to. When you try to take it, that child's very likely to kill you if they're a spoiled brat.
No, you're right. But what I was saying is that he obviously still has support in the family, okay? He does not have access to Weinstein's money, but someone is paying for not Weinstein, freaking
Rob
Reiner's money. Yeah. He doesn't have access to Rob Reiner's money, but
He has his own
someone in
money.
his
He's a trust
family.
fund baby.
Right. What I'm saying is that someone in his family is paying for Harvey fucking Weinstein's lawyer.
Right. Without a doubt. Or he's paying
and that
for it.
same person, and
He
that
might
same
be paying
person,
for it.
when he's convicted, which he will be, obviously,
yeah.
Yeah, come on, man. He's gonna be living like a king in there. Let's just not, man. He's gonna be living like a fucking king in there. No one's gonna touch him. It would be like if Donald Trump went to prison tomorrow. All right, no one's gonna touch him. Yes, he's food. He's weak, whatever. But he's got money. All right, he's got enough money to change enough people's lives to
Well,
protect
I
him on
would
the
rather
inside.
have some guys in the penitentiary on. If anybody been to the penitentiary, come tell us your opinion on this. Because listen, I just don't know if it'll be as sweet as you're saying it is, because he's going to like a state prison where the extortionists are going to be like this. They're not going to be like friendly and shit. Like they're not going to like be like, oh, thanks and shit. They're going to like force him to do that shit. He's a drug addict too, so he can build up a big drug debt. You know what I'm saying? And if the money's, I mean, it's a lot that can go wrong when you're addicted to drugs in prison.
Okay, the drug thing is an outlier. Yes, it is, right? Drug thing is a big thing. But if we're talking about like regular protection shit though, yeah, he'd be good. Drugs, I mean, the money, the well might go dry. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, if you're in prison, he's more valuable to you. He's more valuable to you than
if you got him. But if you not got, but think about it. Like, say the Aryans are beefing with somebody else, right? Or let's say he joined the Aryan Nation, the Brotherhood, right? He might be safe,
we're in
right?
California, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We're in California. Oh shit, never mind. Sorry, they got different rules out there.
Yeah, they got crazy rules. But what I'm saying is, like, he's also a valuable head to hit, because he's getting all the stuff for the gang. Like, let's just say he's financing the war. He's the finance. You know what I mean? Like he might not be active, and you never know. He just stabbed his parents to death. Who knows what they're doing there?
They're fucking 60, 78, but no, go ahead, bro. He's not
yeah, but what I'm basically saying is that, like, if whatever gang he joins, the opposing gangs know that he's the one financing, like, the weapons and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's somebody that's good to get out of the way. But yeah, he will be protected by his gang. Yes, by his gang.
He'll be protected per se and exploited. But all right.
Also, if you in general pop, if he's not, he's gonna have to be in general population. He can't be in fucking segregation and be in no fucking gang.
No, I mean, I said that shit. He's gonna be an ag said. You disagreed. I said he's gonna be an ag said.
No, but what I'm saying is that
he's too high profile.
But he's gonna need drugs. That's the thing. It's hard. It's harder to get drugs in that ward. He's gonna want to be where he can get the drugs, and general pop is where you can get the drugs.
All right. So what you're saying is that he's going to request to go into Gen Pop to get drugs after he's been an ad seg.
He went to rehab 18 times before he was 22.
So you're saying he's gonna risk his booty hole for drugs?
Yes. For drugs, yes.
Goddamn.
Yes, he is.
All right.
On Saturday, Nick Reiner and his parents attended Conan O'Brien's holiday party. And sources told NBC News Nick's behavior made guests feel uneasy. On Sunday afternoon, Rob and Michelle's bodies were discovered in their Brentwood home. And by Sunday night, Nick was arrested near USC. New surveillance video shows him walking around and buying a drink in a gas station. Police arrested him shortly after he left. Nick Reiner has spoken publicly about his long history with drug use. His defense attorney is asking the public not to rush to judgment.
We ask that during this process, you allow the system to move forward in the way that it was designed to move forward, not with a rush to judgment, not with jumping to conclusions, but with restraint and with dignity and with the respect that this system and this process deserves and that the family deserves. This is a devastating tragedy that has befallen the Reiner family. We all recognize that. Our hearts go out to the entire Reiner family.
Nick's siblings and other family were not in the courtroom today. With his arraignment pushed back to January, Nick will remain in jail, held with no bail. Reporting live, I'm Alex Rozier, NBC4 News.
Alex, thank you. And we want to take a closer look at that surveillance video Alex mentioned. Just after 9 Sunday night, Nick Reiner walked into the AM/PM gas station on Vermont and Exposition Boulevard. He briefly wandered around the store before buying a drink and then walking out. Police say this was just hours after he had killed his parents.
I was actually walking in, so he was walking out, when he passed by, I guess. I didn't know who he was. I just thought he was just like a regular customer.
After leaving the store, Nick walked across the street where he was stopped and arrested by police.
We continue our coverage right now live outside the home of Rob and Michelle Reiner in Brentwood.
And that's where we find our Camilla Rambaldi. Camilla, describe the scene for us now.
Carolyn and Colleen, the private security here remains present. It's been here all day long, just outside of the home and on the street. And right now you can also see a small growing memorial here. People have been coming by to drop off some flowers and candles just outside of this gate. And I did speak with some neighbors and a few people who work nearby. No one was willing to go on camera. They told me the shock and sadness is heavily being felt in this neighborhood. I also spoke with one man who says he used to work with Rob and Michelle Reiner. He came by earlier this afternoon to drop off flowers, and here is how he described them.
Generous, kind, funny. They would just give their time to anybody. And it wasn't an act. It was just complete generosity. Just anyone who would talk to them, they would just talk to. And it was just real. And they would spend hours talking to people.
And for the first time, we're also hearing from the siblings of Nick Reiner today, Jake and Romy. They released a joint statement.
See, he's a writer, right? He's a writer and a director, so he loves talking to people to get stories and get anecdotes and just get inspiration for his his
Rob.
work. Yeah, Rob.
Rob was in All in the Family, bro.
Yeah, he's a writer. He became a big time writer.
No,
director.
he was an actor. He was a meathead.
No, but he became he directed Misery, Harry Met Sally, The Princess Bride.
Rob Reiner played Meathead alongside the guy from In the Heat of the Night. He was the son-in-law. That's how he got famous. He was in All in the Family. You remember that?
Yes, I remember that. With Sarah Susan, what's her name? Kathy Struthers. What's the lady who?
Susan Sarandon, nigga?
No, Kathy Struthers. The lady their daughter was the lady who did all the you can feed a baby for the price of a cup of coffee shit. Sally Struthers.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is, like, he was famous before he started directing. He played the meathead in All in the Family.
He was liberal as shit in that. He's a liberal fucking piece of shit in there. In that show.
Who hurt you, bro?
No, nobody hurt me, but he was. That was his character.
Nah, fuck that, man. Rob Reiner said nigga more than we do back then. And I'll die on this hill.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not celebrating his death. Like, I'm indifferent to it. I'm just saying, like, he definitely wouldn't like me. Like, that motherfucker would not like me. I know that.
I mean, facts. I mean, he did all that fucking activism against guns and shit, and nigga got his throat slit, so whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely not celebrating his death. I'm definitely not celebrating. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, he was not on my fucking radar as far as somebody that I hated when he was alive. I was not thinking about him like that.
No, I agree, but you know, the internet, it's all tit for tat.
I didn't even know he was the same guy from All in the Family.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't even hear about Charlie Kirk until after he died, but it's tit for tat now on the internet. And people are trying to take the moral high ground, right?
Well, this is different than Charlie Kirk, because Charlie Kirk was killed by somebody for his beliefs by somebody that was on the other side. This guy just got whacked out by his fucking crazy son.
Yeah, but the guy who got whacked out by his crazy son with a knife was an opponent of the Second Amendment. He was against guns.
Yeah.
So it's kind of ironic politically that a guy who did so much against guns and also cigarettes got stabbed the fuck up.
Yeah. Very ironic.
Earlier today, and it reads, words cannot even begin to describe the unimaginable pain we are experiencing every moment of the day. The horrific and devastating loss of our parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner, is something that no one should ever experience. They weren't just our parents, they were our best friends. We are grateful for the outpouring of condolences, kindness, and support we have received, not only from family and friends, but people from all walks of life. We now ask for respect and privacy, for speculation to be tempered with compassion and humanity, and for our parents to be remembered for the incredible lives they lived. And
They
the
said
love
they asking for speculation to be tempered with. So they're gonna support their brother. You're right. You're right. They're gonna support their brother. We asked for. No one should ever. They were our best friend. Hold on.
should ever experience. They weren't just our parents, they were our best friends. We are grateful for the outpouring of condolences, kindness, and support we have received, not only from family and friends, but people from all walks of life. We now ask for respect and privacy, for speculation to be tempered with compassion and humanity, and for our parents.
They telling people not to speculate. They might be trying to get the brother off. Say the gardener did it, or there was a suspicious man in the neighborhood who disappeared and he did it, or some shit like the burglar. They might be trying to get yeah, you're right. They might support him.
Be remembered for the incredible lives they lived, and
it really depends on the setup, right, of their will and final, arrangements and whatnot. The guy who stabbed the fuck out of them, I don't know, he might own a fucking castle in India or some shit.
Yeah, no, the Rob Reiner got a lot of money.
$200 million, according to my Alexa.
That's a lot of money, man.
So yes, they're gonna fight the fucking charges. Absolutely. I told you this. It's white liberals, bro. Shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna circle the wagons.
Yeah.
And you said this before I did, right? And I actually disagreed at the time, but I agree with you now. Conservatives need to be as dirty as liberals, because liberals will fucking circle the wagons.
Yep.
No matter what.
No matter what. They just want to win. They just want to beat you. They don't care. They don't have their moral compass. They actually don't have one. That's why they project morality so much, and that's why they always pearl clutching and saying other people are evil. That's why they see the worst in other people, because they're projecting.
Love they gave, end quote. And several of Rob and Michelle Reiner's closest friends also released a statement to the Associated Press. It was signed by Billy Crystal, Larry David, and Martin Short, to name a few.
Wow.
And it reads in part, Rob was also a passionate, brave citizen who
Billy
not only
Crystal, Martin Short, Larry David. That's the type of circle he running. God damn. I was watching some Curb Your Enthusiasm reruns the other day too. Salute to Eric S., man. Op Nation Hall of Famer coming through once again.
He cared for this country. He did everything he could to make it better. And with his loving wife, Michelle, he had the perfect partner, strong and determined. Michelle and Rob Reiner devoted a great deal of their lives for the betterment of our fellow citizens. They were a special force together, dynamic, unselfish, and inspiring. We were their friends, and we will miss them forever. Again, back out here live. There's been this growing memorial here. Again, people have been coming by to drop off flowers, but again, certainly people feeling that shock and sadness throughout this neighborhood. And so far, no visible LAPD presence that we have seen here this afternoon. For now, we're live in Brentwood. Camilla Rambaldi, NBC 4 News.
Camilla, thank you for that. Our coverage of the murders of Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle, continues on NBCLA.com and on our NBCLA app. You'll also get breaking updates on the case. Swipe through a gallery showing some of the highlights of Reiner's career, and you can also watch tributes from Hollywood and beyond.
So he's obviously
Queer.
sweet.
Yeah, he's definitely sweet in the cheeks, man. He
Can't say that
definitely
shit. Man, that's why you keep using. That's why you keep losing fucking channels, bro. He's
he's sweet, man. Yeah,
hey,
he gives off. He's giving like, hey man, if he like lost his motherfucking debit card, he would, even though he's rich, he would definitely blow a guy for a hit of fentanyl or some shit like that. Even though he's that rich, he would still like blow somebody for it, rather than like, just like go back, call the bank and shit and wait for a new card to come in. Shit. He's giving that. He's giving that.
Is this something that poor people don't think about? Because as a poor person, I just think you can just if you're rich, you can just like dial a number and somebody can bring you like diamond crusted cocaine or something like
Nowadays. That is true. Yeah.
I mean, you heard about what was it? Michael Jordan's son.
His
You
dad.
know,
His dad.
Huh?
His dad.
No, his son.
Oh,
You
his
hear about
son.
that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, his son's out here snorting coke. Yeah, his son's a cokehead. Yeah.
No, he got pulled. He got pulled over and I don't understand why he got pulled over for a DUI. I don't understand why, if you are Michael Jordan's son, why you're driving. But I mean, I guess I'm poor. I don't understand how this type of stuff actually happens.
I mean, I kind of do, man, because like you crave normalcy. Like you grew, like being Michael Jordan's son is nothing. He's Michael Jordan's son. Like it's not the same as it would be to us, where it's like, oh my God, he'd always been Michael Jordan's son. It ain't nothing new. It's not like it's just it's old hat.
Old hat?
Yeah, I mean, he been Michael Jordan's son for a long time.
He is 32. I'm 38.
Yeah, I mean, he's him. He's not even Michael Jordan's son. Like my mom is, she not famous, but she was one of the best writers to come out of DC. You know what I'm saying? And when I was in school, a lot of my teachers knew who she was. You know what I mean? And they would, tell me and shit like that. So it's like they knew. So and it would be like, people knew who she was, and I was not acting in a way that would be fit. You know what I'm saying? Like they was always shocked at the way I behaved, that it was not like they was expected. So it's like, yo, that's just how you just you. You're not really thinking like, oh, I'm this person's child. You don't really think about it like that.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I've always had roof over my head, food on the table, and whatnot. I'm not rich, but comparatively speaking, right? All right, Michael Jordan is to no, his son, Michael Jordan's son is to me as I am to a fucking bum who's pulling fucking Big Macs out of the dumpster. Like, I mean, I get it, but survival and whatnot, but no. Like, so I guess, I just don't understand that shit, man. Like,
Yeah, man. I mean, listen. I was good friends with Mary Berry's son, right? For a year.
Ooh.
Like when I was
Who?
I think 14 and 15, right? Marion Barry's son, the mayor of Washington, D.C., right?
Okay.
We went to the same after school program. It's called the Male Youth Project at Shiloh Baptist Church in Northwest D.C., right? So Chris Berry was a fucking regular kid, but the kids in the program, everybody was from the hood, right? It wasn't no really like good kids in there. He was me and him were like the only two like supposed to be good kids, right? In the program, right? So but all the rest of the kids was hood, right? Just regular kids from the neighborhood, right? And they would try to like bully us. They would try to bully him, bully me. We had to, deal with that, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't get it bad like that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit here and lie. His dad is the mayor who was like got caught on fucking camera smoking crack and then became the mayor again. Hold on, this is 94. So this was his dad. This was when Sharon Pratt Kelly was the mayor. His dad became the mayor.
No, that's 95.
Yeah. No, I was in 93. This was 93 when I knew Chris. Because after that, I didn't see him again till the mid 2000s. I didn't see him.
It didn't go into court till 95.
What didn't go to court?
Case.
Mayor Berry?
Yeah.
No, he got arrested in 1990.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, man. Anyway, his dad, he got bullied a lot in that program. Like he got bullied a lot. And he had to learn to stand up for himself. You know what I'm saying? Because kids are jealous. Niggas are like jealous, man. Niggas can't control their jealousy, right? They can't. The niggas that they have no ability to control like certain emotions. So like the jealousy and the envy and also we gonna make sure you know you ain't shit. That type of vibe, they gave Chris hell. As much hell as they could give him because the environment wasn't like necessarily like an environment where you had men there from the community. It was called the Male Youth Project. Men from the community, they would give a study hall, and then they would let us go to the gym and play ball, or they would have a speaker, or they would speak to us. They would teach us boxing. We lifted weights. It was all that shit, right? So it was a good program, right? But yeah, Chris, he was just a normal kid. Anyway, long story short, I didn't see him again till like the mid 2000s, right? I went to Quaker school the next year. I went to college. I lived my life, did everything I did, right? And he did what he did, right? And I saw him one day at one of my mother was doing a book reading, right? And he was there, and we dapped up and shit like that, blah, 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 chopped it up for like maybe 30 seconds or whatnot. And, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. And then went our separate ways and shit, right? And then I hear he's running for mayor. Let me put him up on the screen, man. Shout out to Chris Berry, man. Chris Berry was he was my friend that year, man.
He passed away?
We was the only ones that
He passed away.
Yeah, definitely. He died of a drug overdose. Just like his.
God damn.
Yeah, he died of a drug overdose. He got hooked on drugs and PCP really bad. He was let me give you a good picture of him. I don't want to give a bad picture of him because he was my friend, man. I ain't gonna put a bad picture of him up here. He was my friend, man. Chris Berry. That's him right there with his dad. And he ended up getting hooked on drugs. I think it was like PCP, and
after he got elected as mayor.
No, he ended up running for mayor. He was running for city council or mayor or some shit he was running for in the city. And that's the next time I heard about him after I had seen him at my mother's event. And this was in like the 2000 and early 2000 teens, right? And then next thing I heard about him is when he passed away. He OD'd.
Wow, man, that's a good looking brother, bro. Pause, man.
Yeah, no, he was, that nigga was handsome, man. No bullshit. He very handsome guy, man. He was he had the trouble, man. That was so sad, man. That his dad being who he was, but I think his dad died before he died, so his dad didn't get to see that. But he was it just was sad, man. It was sad, man, seeing his brother.
That's him right there with the bald head.
Yeah, that's him right there. Yeah.
Shit, I rock that shit.
Yeah, he was.
Look at my picture, bro. God damn.
Yeah, man.
Peace, bro.
Yeah, man. This shit was sad, man. Sad, man. RIP to him, man. But yeah, I didn't know that. Like, I wasn't in his life during that period. When we was in motherfucking the Male Youth Project, no, we wasn't doing no drugs, man. Fuck no. Especially not coming there, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't doing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? We was just, you know what I mean? We didn't even I didn't talk to him about his dad. You know what I'm saying? They would other kids would make little jokes and shit. I never like talked about that, you know. We just talked about other shit, sports and shit like
what
that.
The jokes?
You know? Yeah, jokes, cracking jokes and shit like that.
What were the jokes? That he had a dad? That
his dad was a crackhead.
At least he knew his fucking dad.
Well, yeah, I mean, but these are like thugs and
hey, bro, like real talk, Ock Nation,
hoodlums and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Ock Nation, my dad was a crackhead.
He wasn't a hoodlum though. He was raised and married like he wasn't a hoodlum. He wasn't in the street like that then. It was later on that he, did that shit. You know what I'm saying? But at that point, 14, 15, he was not in the street. He was the mayor's son. Or the ex-mayor's son at that time, who ended up being the mayor again.
I mean, his dad was a crackhead, but he was the fucking mayor, right?
Right, but his dad was high profile. Like that if you think that story was big nationally, that story of him was huge locally. Like it was.
No, I heard that story. I got the years mixed up. I heard that story.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Plus, his dad was wild. His dad would pull up in his limo in the hoods and buy crack from corner boys. His dad was wild. Like his dad was not like you saw the documentary on. Remember I did the documentary on his dad? His dad was wild. Okay. You know how like you just heard about the fucking coach at Michigan, right? How he was wild and crashing out and shit. Like Matt Berry was like that. Like he was wild like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but no, I didn't see that. I didn't see your show on it.
Yeah, I did a documentary on Mad Barry, man, and we you know, it was the old footage from his time and shit, and we covered it, and he was a wild boy, man.
No, yeah, I remember
I
that.
knew a lot of dudes who said they served him, but I can't believe everybody. But certain dudes on certain blocks that I know that I heard corroboration that he used to cop from there. But it's a lot of dudes. It's like a DC, a lot of old head dudes will say, "Yeah, I served him before." You know how that be. Like, you know how that be with niggas. They be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was
They
a
be,
man back then, but y'all don't need to try to be like me now. No, really, man. My ex-girlfriend said, "Oh, you should try to get a job in social work and whatnot, because you're really nigga. No. These niggas don't want to be like me, bro. Fucking, I'm good. I'm good. Go ahead, bro. Not really. I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to be nobody's role model, but
Yeah.
this is a thing. God damn, we're really fucked, aren't we, Hawk?
No, man, his dad lived 2 lives, man. His dad was a fucking marching with Dr. King and all that shit. His dad got a PhD in chemistry. Man, Barry got a PhD in chemistry, man. He's a very smart guy. He just got on that shit and got that power, and he fucking wild out, man. He got that power. And they covered it up for years. Like, you gotta understand, they covered it up for a good 8 years. Like, it wasn't like he just smoked a pipe one day and got caught. No, they covered that shit up. Locally, it was the biggest secret for years. Like, it was the worst kept secret in the city for years. Like I told you, he would pull up on certain blocks in the limo, in the fucking mayor's limo, 3 o'clock in the morning, and cop crack in the hood.
But why though, man? Like, you could pay a nigga like me to just pull up and
Cause I listen, when he was a city council member.
If you have a limo, you can pay somebody to pull up and pick up your shit.
Well, he fought with cops and all that shit. Like, the cops had to protect him, right? Because he's the mayor, right? Because when you live in the street life like he is, hanging out with, always fucking with different women and shit, hanging out at night clubs and restaurants and shit. He was the cops had to, he had his own police detail that was around him because he would get fucked up and shit, and
this is
it's
called an executive consultant. Executive consultant, like literally a nigga you just pay.
But
it's
who
a fixer,
says he
man.
didn't
It's
have
a fixer.
that though?
It's a fixer.
Who said he didn't have that? And he just did.
I say he didn't have that, and I say he didn't utilize that. Because if he did,
let me get Chris off the screen.
We would not be having this conversation.
Chris ain't doing this shit. But yeah, Chris, Mayor Barry though was
mayor. All right, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, he said Barry always had a hole in toe. Yeah, Barry was a pimp, man. He was a regular. When I met him, he was a regular guy, man. He was just a regular fucking guy. Like, he wasn't. He talked like this, that, bro. He talk like this. He'll say, hey, there, brother, how you doing, brother? How do you doing, young brother? He you know what I'm saying? He had street energy. Like, he didn't have mayor energy. He had street energy. He had unk energy. When I met him,
unk energy.
Yeah, he didn't. You know how stately. Some people could be stately and regal and shit like that. He didn't have that energy. He had that mixed with doused in street energy.
And his father was a former mayor.
No, I'm talking about Mayor Barry. I'm talking about Mayor Barry. That's
So
what I'm not talking
senior
about
or
his
junior, bro.
I'm talking about the mayor. I met the mayor. I met his dad too.
Okay.
Yeah, I met his dad twice because his dad did come to the program once, and we all met him. But I met his dad
So
in the
the guy on the
before.
screen was his son?
Huh?
The guy on the screen was his son.
Yes, that was his son. Yeah.
All right, bet. All right.
Yeah, that's not Mayor Barry. That's Chris.
All right, bet.
Yeah,
It was Judgment Day in Las Vegas.
I don't want to see this shit. I don't want to. Yeah, man. Salute to everybody out here, man. Everybody watching, man. Salute to all you guys, man.
Two young men received life sentences with the possibility of parole after pleading guilty to killing a retired police chief, Jesus Ayala and Jameer Keys, in court.
Think about that. Just think about that, yo. Listen to that shit.
Two young men received life sentences with the possibility of parole after pleading guilty to killing a retired police chief, Jesus Ayala and Jameer Keys, in court for their sentencing today. Good evening. I'm Marie Mortera, both accepting a plea deal more than 2 years after a viral video showed the teens appearing to intentionally hit Andy Probst with a car as a 64-year-old was riding his bicycle. Our Kristen Drummond was in the courtroom, and she joins us now live outside the Regional Justice Center. Kristen?
Marie, several of Andy's family members addressed the courtroom today, from his son, his daughter, and even his wife, all sharing that Andy has not been around for many moments over the last 2.5 years, and he will still not be here for those future moments, including walking his daughter down the aisle. They shared how this life loss has been impacting them, while also knowing that they will never get to see him again.
My husband deserved to live.
A courtroom filled with grief and accountability.
It was a harsher sentence because even though there's no sentence that could bring him back, at least it would be a start.
The family of Andy Probst speaking before the judge, not only about the loss, but the family forever altered.
Losing him did not just break my heart, it broke the foundation of my life.
Statements made during the sentencing for 20-year-old Jesus Ayala and 18-year-old Jameer Keys, the defendants who pled guilty to hitting the retired police chief from California with a stolen car in August of 2023 during a crime spree. Cell phone video recording the chilling moment. It shows the car approaching Probst on a bicycle, mowing him down near Centennial Parkway and driving away after he hits the hood and windshield of the car. Police identifying Ayala, who was 17 at the time, as the driver, and Keys, who was 16, as his passenger and the one who filmed. The defendants accepting a plea agreement in the case. 18 years to life for Keys, 20 years to life.
They think some shit funny, yo. That's crazy.
That's that's a movie Pulitzer Prize fucking shit. Crazy. The cameraman deserves an award.
Yo. Jeez, Black and Brown Coalition, man. Black and Brown Coalition strikes again, man. God damn. Whew. Lordy. Jeez.
Years to life for Ayala, the harshest penalty permitted under Nevada law due to both being minors at the time of the crime.
We do stand by our decision to accept the plea deals. We were talked to beforehand, so make no mistake about that.
Crystal Probst, Andy's widow, says they respect the law.
Choosing peace over prolonged suffering is not weakness, it is strength. We refuse to give them the power to reopen these wounds.
The defendants choosing to not speak in court, but Ayala's attorney made a brief comment.
He wanted this to be over, and the reason is because he is truly remorseful. He didn't mean to kill Chief Probst.
Look at that prognathism on that fucking on Brito. That old Brito got massive prognathism.
Yeah, I don't watch football. That's a CN, Blue CN. Who's that? North Carolina, shit.
Damn.
Paul's attorney made a brief comment.
He wanted this to be over, and the reason is because he is truly remorseful. He didn't mean to kill Chief Probst.
Their actions have shown who they are: cruel, heartless, and without remorse. They may be locked away, but the damage they have caused will stay with us forever.
The judge sentencing the young men to the terms of their agreements, but not before raising concerns about their actions, especially after Ayala's arrest. Police recording him in a patrol car making these remarks.
You think this juvenile gonna do something? I'll be out in like 30 days. What? Nah, bitch. It's just a he didn't run. Slap on the wrist.
I am so.
Jesus Christ. He said, I'll be out in 30 days. I'm a juvenile. That's good. And look, her Shira, you ain't so shit, bitch. You ain't so motherfucking nothing. Shut the fuck up, bitch. They can't let women be judges, man.
Slap on the wrist.
I am so offended by that conduct.
The two walking away as the case closes. Meanwhile, Probst's family
laughing.
works on their.
Laughing, smiling at the family, laughing. Look at the motherfuckers. These motherfuckers is nuts, man.
Hang on, don't be talking about that white woman like that.
Yeah, they'll be home in 20. They'll do a dub. They'll do a dub. Yeah. Got the family to take the plea deal and then laughed at them after they got it. Jesus Christ.
What state is this?
Cali. This Vegas. This is Vegas.
They're gonna be enemies. They're gonna be enemies. Vegas? Nah, that's Cali talk.
They love each other.
Nah, they gonna be enemies, man.
Yeah, exactly. When they get in the joint, that shit just Norteño, Sereno for him, blood or crip for him. It ain't they ain't gonna be no friends in the joint, man. They ain't even gonna be able to probably speak to each other.
Nah, man, when I was talking earlier, I forgot about prison politics from East and West and whatnot.
Yeah, out there, out the West, man. I think Cali and Vegas got similar politics. They got similar politics in the street.
But nah, they depending on the crimes and whatnot and the levels and whatnot, man, they ain't gonna be friends out in the West. East Coast, everything goes, but
not in no East Coast shit. East Coast still racial in a lot of places. Feds racial. The feds is racial.
Well, hang on. We're not talking about feds though. We're talking about
I'm saying like East Coast, New York State prison is racial. The Puerto Ricans, man, they don't take no shit off them niggas. But certain places where it ain't a lot of Hispanics, the blacks run it. But if there's a large population of Hispanic, like Texas, man, the blacks ain't running nothing. Now they running each other
at all.
Yeah. He said Mac Knight isn't the brightest sun, man. Well, Mac Knight has not crashed out all night, man. Y'all gotta give him a break, man.
Said thank you. Shit.
Yeah, you haven't crashed out tonight, man.
Probst's family works on their next steps. How do you move forward from here? What are your next plans?
I don't know about.
We just laughed at y'all. After they just laughed at y'all walking out.
You guys, I live my life in honor of my dad now. Everything I do is in his honor. So,
yeah. And like my dad would say, tomorrow's a new day.
They eating shit sandwiches. Yo, press one. White people be eating shit sandwiches, boy. I mean, like literally, like if you watch this show, like for a week, you're gonna just see a lot of white people eating shit sandwiches and being like, that was that wasn't that bad. I'll have another. They'll be like, you want another one? Like, no thanks, but a glass of water would be nice. Like, white people be eating shit sandwiches. Niggas, you put a shit sandwich in front of them, they gonna knock that shit off the table. Like, what the fuck who the fuck you think you playing with? White people like, eat that motherfucker. Hey, eat that shit. Wash it down with some water. They just be like, God, dog.
Well, hang on. The son here he looks like he's seeking vengeance, like on some Highlander shit or some Gladiator shit. Is he gonna pull up?
I don't think so.
He looks angry.
He just got hiccup.
Avenge your father.
I don't know. I don't think so, man.
Where you left off and carry on.
Now, another bicyclist who was also hit that day but survived addressed the court, as well as another man who just called those acts pure evil. Now, both Ayala and Keys are eligible for parole in the mid-2040s. Reporting live outside of the Regional Justice Center.
Mid-2040s. Salute to everybody out there, man. It's been a great show. Mac Knight is not crashed out. Salute to him. He kept it together tonight, man. That's what's up, man. Any final thoughts, man? Okay. Salute to everybody out there, man. Same black time, same black channel. Let's go.